you're speaking to us through a tin can. But I've been there too. I get it.
Hmm.
All right, we're rolling.
Oh, great. All right. So, Faxpiration. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So, okay. It's pretty easy. What is your favorite dessert? There you go. That's a nice one. All right. So while you ruminate on that, does anybody want to give me a recap of what happened last week for a DM inspiration or a Faxpiration die? You are headed into the titular Castle Ravenloft. So if you're, I guess it's not the title of this campaign, but there wasn't a campaign called Castle Ravenloft. So I think that was actually the name of the first adventure that spawned all this shit. If no one is interested in giving the recap, I will do my best to try to remember what happened. Ooh, Wayne Larson coming through with an 18. Oh my goodness!
Shit.
Oh yeah. Anybody else? No wait.
Darby, why would you waste a perfectly good nat 20 on this?
Anybody else
Hey,
want to roll a 20? Oh, that would have been spicy. All right.
It would have.
A nat 20 for advantage? I don't know.
All right.
Sounds like 1D&D to me.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right. Jason, go ahead and tell us what happened last time. Curse of Strahd.
All right, Wayne and Tabor met us back up at the inn, where, after getting to her room, kind of launched into just a barrage of information about vampires, a coffin shop, a dead priest, or an acolyte, and told us all this. And we asked him if he went to the authorities and let the guards know, and he had not. So we urged him to do so. He wanted to grab the father, Lucian, who could back up the story, as he didn't think the Baron would believe us without him. So we grudgingly kind of agreed to that, as the Baron has been not exactly even-minded in the past when we've dealt with him. So we swung by the church to speak with the father, and let him know of this threat of vampires and maybe some sort of dragon. The father was disturbed at the news, but did agree to go to the Baron's residence with us, as his sister is the wife of the Baron. So he should have a good weight behind him. But before we could leave, Taylor noticed that this mourning woman, who the acolyte got in arguments with before disappearing, was also at the church. Wayne was worried that she might cause more trouble, so him and Taylor decided to keep an eye on her, or if she was somehow or another connected to some other group in town. The rest of us swung by the Baron's house, where Father Lucian told the Baron about the threat. The Baron did not exactly take it seriously at first, and then would have believed the father, and in effect blamed it all wholly on the Watcher woman. Who he felt was behind it all. And since his guards, I think he was thinking they weren't up to the task, tried to force the task upon us, seeing it was stuff heroes do. we thoroughly pushed back on that we were not what he seems to think we are, that it should be a group effort. We were able to get him a little bit on an uneasy agreement that us with Isaac and his men would go attack the coffin shop. But before we could actually leave, he turned his thoughts towards Victor, and we called us speaking with Victor, and then Victor disappearing, and I guess Isaac saw us over at the washerwoman's house when we were last there, and drilled us on whether or not we knew the location or what happened to Victor. There was a breakdown of communication, the Baron thinking we kidnapped Victor on the orders of the washerwoman, and ended up calling the guards, and a fight almost broke out in his home. Father and Robin, though, were able to get him to refocus on the threat of the city, instead of overlooking what was happening to the general population for his personal doubts he had on us and with Victor. We end up having go back to a regional agreement of a joint assault on the coffin shop, or we would have to leave town immediately, or otherwise be thrown in the shackles. While this was all happening, Wayne and Taylor were at the church, where Wayne starts a dialogue with the mourning lady. She kind of knew of Taylor and Wayne, and that they were, I guess, keeping tabs on her.
I'm gonna interrupt to some misconception. They knew Taylor was hiding in the rafters of the church with their perception. That's all they knew about Taylor.
Okay.
They knew a lot about Wayne, though. Okay.
All right.
Keep going.
He offered Wayne her hand, and he went to shake it and greet her in a gentlemanly manner, where he noticed it was ice cold, which makes him backpedal upon laying his lips upon it. And before he can disengage from the conversation, she starts taunting him about knowledge of who he was, where he came from, his dog, other details that Wayne never gave her. Wayne kind of bite at the information and was probably going to confront her if it wasn't for Taylor physically pulling Wayne out of the church to keep them from interacting face to face in the church. Wayne then, or Taylor, went straight back to the inn to check on Dunbar, as she had issued threats upon the state of his dog. But when they got back to the inn, Leo wasn't there. He had already went out Dunbar to take him on a walk. Wayne was disturbed and kind of panicked and goes looking for Dunbar, and it's about 20 minutes before he runs into Leo with Dunbar. Leo was just walking the dog. Dog needed to be walked. There was some shortness between the two, but Wayne asks him if he ever ran into anyone, and describes the mourner woman to him. And Leo did say they ran into a darker skinned lady during their walk, and that seemed to like Dunbar because her wife also had many dogs, which shook Wayne and wanted to make sure everyone stays safe. So they rounded everyone together at the inn, and everyone left the inn to go meet up with us over at the Baron's house, where we were just leaving after essentially getting kicked out. There was a heated discussion afterwards on what we should do afterwards, and we ended up kind of splitting again, as some thought doing last minute shopping because we didn't know what the state of the town would be tomorrow, and we were leaving, it seemed. And then myself, Taylor, and Robin wanted to head to the Watcher Lady to seek at least a possible ally, and kind of let her know that the Baron was pinning this vampire attack upon her, pretty much via proxy of us. So we split. I passed out some walkie-talkies so we could keep in contact that I had purchased for when me and Leo were going to go hiking on this retreat. Some retreat it has been. We were able to get an audience with the Watcher Lady, and she had already seemed to know about the vampires in town, either through her intelligence or someone had told her. And she seemed to be letting events play out, as she wouldn't put herself in a position of going against the vampires, that she is an ally of Strahd in her eyes. While we were speaking with her, the one who did tell her the information, this dark-skinned lady, the Mourning Lady, we learn later, kind of steps into the room. She called herself Lydia, and introduced herself as one of Strahd's brides. And this kind of spun the conversation away from a possible ally against a coffin shop raid to of cutting tides with the Baron and his fate that Strahd has seemingly orchestrated for him. Lydia said she was in charge of this group of vampires for this handoff of power, where a new family would be taking over a role of Baron, Baroness of Vallaki going forward. That only a few would have to die for the greater good. It's a stance that I felt we couldn't cross, and I told Robin that we would just pack our things and leave. I let Wayne and Taylor know after we left the Watcher Lady's house. Wayne said we needed to pick up WotC, so we did. While the conversation was speaking of that, Victor overheard and said he wanted to go get his mother. He understood his concern, but it was nothing I could do after essentially getting kicked out. But Wayne and Taylor wanted to help Victor, so they concocted a quick plan to go kidnap the Baron's wife. The rest of us went to pack up things and get Belinsky ready. And Taylor and Victor don disguises and went to the Baron's house to show off an act for the festival tomorrow. While Taylor was distracting and keeping the guards busy, Victor pulled his mother off to the side, tried to persuade her, which was unsuccessful, and then used some sort of charming magic or his capabilities of the magic, and she came under his influence, and we'll follow him where he leads. They then left the house, met up with Anne and Wayne, who were waiting in case something fell apart and they needed to be rescued from the household. We gathered together and gave a wide berth to the coffin shop, which seems in the distance was on fire and smoking. We got to the coaches, where the Strahd's coaches were indeed waiting for us. A pair of them, very large, where one of them was a large armored kind of remnants of what we saw in the dev house, and the other was a some sort of elf whose voices emanated off of him, sounds of screaming. A disturbing scene as we were all getting in the carriages for a ride to the castle.
All right. And that's where we left off, was right there. Do you want DM inspiration or Factspiration?
I'll take DM inspiration.
All right. If anyone's interested in answering the Factspiration question, what's your favorite dessert? To have a D6, I believe we're still on D6. That will last the entire session, etc., etc., etc. Oh man.
Let's get these low dice out of the way now.
Taylor eking out that lead with an 8, going once, going twice. All right, Taylor, what is your favorite dessert?
Taylor's favorite dessert is chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies. Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay.
She likes to eat them under her mask, much like a gerbil or rodent would.
Okay. Okay. It seems kind of messy, but yeah. All right. All right. Man, chocolate is quite a rarity in this realm. So that's do you get to enjoy this treat often or not?
No,
Okay,
very,
yeah.
very
Okay.
rarely.
All right, fair enough. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously in the campaign.
I mean, I technically meant Strahd, so we'll go with Strahd.
Oh, okay. Oh man, his favorite dessert is tiramisu.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I mean, you were gonna find that out at dinner anyways. But you know, that's fine. Yeah, his favorite dessert is tiramisu. Yep. Yep. All right.
Okay.
There's nothing behind that. That's just what his favorite dessert is. There might be something behind. There's probably something behind it, but there's nothing to share behind it. All right. So, I'll go ahead and apply that Factspiration, and then we should be good to go. I have deleted and recreated all of our stuff, so there should be nobody sharing the same ID signatures or whatever anymore. So the stats effects shouldn't be overriding each other like they were after the last update I did. So that was fun, rebuilding all those from scratch. Anyways, let's get back to it. So let's see. Back in the hamlet where everything is great.
All will
Wonderful.
be well, Crash.
Yes. All is well and all will be well. Let's see. Let's grab them sound effects. Let's see. Okay, Rahadin's Deathly Choir, official mix. All right. So, so the guy hops down with tremendous dexterity, supernatural dexterity almost, a great swiftness and alacrity, and he does not approach too close to any of you, but he bows to you guys. It's one of those arms wide, legs crossed, you know, face down kind of bows, you know, like fencers kind of do sometimes. And he says, let me see, let me check the file here. No? Not gonna play for me? A pity. Hold on. Ah, okay. Alright, great. He says, it's good that you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. And I was worried you weren't coming. I hope you're ready to leave. And prepared for a very long and bumpy ride. My master instructed me that you might have brought some additional guests, so I have a second carriage. Please. Divide yourselves up as you would. Immediately, Irenia makes for the shitty veteran armor coach to avoid having to ride with haunting sound effects guy.
So
Victor and his mom run for that one too. All right.
So I think Taylor would probably be standing close to Robin, and like as soon as like we saw this, she probably would have grabbed Robin's hand and like squeezed it real tight. You're missing some blood in that hand of yours, and she would try and drag Robin towards the coach without this man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if Robin is realizing there's stuff going on, like she'll go with you.
Which coach looks like it has the most room?
Well, now it's definitely Rahadin's coach has the most room. No one's gotten into it.
Well, then.
Harp will get in with you. I'm gonna be honest. Dunbar is freaking out about this guy. He does not want to get in the coach with him.
Wayne is going to.
The
Pick
cat
up
is doing that cat thing where they can hear and see ghosts. So it's just like staring around wide-eyed at all the ghosts that you guys can't see.
Wayne is going to take Dunbar over to the first coach.
Okay.
And he's going to turn to Lavinia and say, "Hey, can you look after Dunbar?"
Of course. I'm so sorry, Wayne. It's just,
No, I understand.
Okay. Good luck.
And Wayne will walk over to the screaming coach and hop in with everybody else.
All right. So the
actually,
coach can hold six
and
people
say,
comfortably.
"Wait. Should we give a walkie to the other carriage just in case?"
Oh,
'Cause we've
Taylor
got-
still has the other one.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
No
All
worries.
right. So that's generally how it's going to be set up then. Because it's supposed to do 6 people total. So I guess Taylor, you'll sit with your friend Robin, and then we'll do something like that. There we go. Cozy. All right. So I'm gonna stop the horrible screaming and crying and murder of babies. But you guys have to listen to it for the next 10 hours. So that's fun. All right. Let me see if there's any mechanical effect to that. Deathly Choir. Oh my. Okay, yeah. I will need everybody to give me everybody in Rahadin's carriage needs to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this being against being frightened?
No, this is a psychic effect.
Shit.
I'll throw out the kittens and Leo's. Kitten, why don't you give me your character sheet? There you go. And I guess Parple's.
Have we not named the kitten yet, or has Leo not named the
No.
kitten?
Yeah, Leo named him.
He did?
Yeah, I thought he called. What did he call him? I think he called him like it was lion related, but it wasn't Leo. Something else. He mentioned it last episode, like offhandedly.
Hmm.
I have to go look at the. I have to go listen to the episode again
Well,
because I remember he said it.
Really?
Yeah, he mentioned it offhandedly.
Oh,
Like
okay.
just said it as a thing, and I remember him mentioning it. I just don't remember what he said.
Yeah, it's beyond my memory.
Yeah, that's news to me. All right. Wow. Okay, Leo. Whatever you name the cat, I support it. Okay. So as you guys are getting ready to head out of town, Rahadin pays the people that run the stables, and he hops into the cart, and they begin slowly. Oh, not the cart. The carriage, and you guys start heading towards the gate. And at that point, you hear people yelling and shouting. Let's see. Hold on. No, hold on. Ah, there we go. Dash to music we were looking for. All right, so guards are shouting and looking out the windows of the carriage. You see that they are running towards the carriage with their weapons drawn, and they are shouting to close the gates and stop the carriage. Stop those carriages and close the gates. You guys safely inside the carriage. Do you do anything?
Does it look like they're gonna stop us?
On-
Like
Sorry.
are we leaving at a fast enough pace that like we could like skim past the gates closed?
In order to know, you would need to peek your. You'd have to kind of look out the window and really get a good chance. Do you do that, or do you say keep your head down?
Wayne will stick his head out.
Oh my goodness! All right. As you stick your head out, one of the guards says, "That's them! There they are! It's true! They're stealing! They're stealing the burgomaster's wife!" And you can hear alarms, bells raising, and all of that. Rahadin, over the chorus of the damned, he says, "How rude." And then he, let's see. Oh, the sound of his swirling aura of souls grows incredibly loud, and one of the guards just keels over dead, Wayne. Like blood just sprays from his nose and his eyes and his mouth, and he just falls over fucking dead. The veteran driving ahead of you just runs over 2 guards, and the people inside the wagon, you just hear the crunching of their bones and the squelching of their organs being pressed out through their buttholes as they just die horribly as you guys drive over them. All right, as you guys are approaching the gates, Wayne, you see Rahadin reach under the collar of his shirt, and he produces from it a reddish orange bead. He raises it to his lips, murmurs something, and then throws it ahead of the first carriage. It explodes in a massive fireball at the front gates, killing the gate guards and setting some of the nearby stuff ablaze as the veteran carriage rides through the fire and out of the city, followed by Rahadin. All right, and you guys head out into the night. Or sorry, the evening, because it's only about 5:45 in the afternoon here. Right off into the sunset, some might say.
Wayne manages to keep himself from vomiting, and he'll pull his head back in, just white as a ghost. And just,
don't worry,
adjust his hat so he doesn't have to make eye contact with anybody, with just what he just witnessed.
All right. And I know you're concerned, but you strain to hear over the cacophony of dying babies and women, and you hear a faint voice cry out, "Hold!"
He's still good.
Through the evening air. But it's too late as you guys ride off into the sunset. All right. So, it's going to be 10 hours during that time. They will stop twice for potty breaks. Is there anything that you guys want to do during the 5 hours before the first potty break?
Which carriage did Blinsky go in? I just realized.
Oh shit. Blinsky there wouldn't be room in that one, so I guess Blinsky would probably be up with the doggo. Yeah.
Okay.
Good point. Let me see. So there's a lot of animals in this cart. Well, there's, it's whatever.
Oh,
all
God.
Right. Yeah.
Is Piccolo throwing his shit at everyone?
No, he's very behaved. He wears little pants. He's got diapers. He's got his shit together.
I think he
Literally.
Oh my god.
Literally.
All right.
Taylor would try and play with Piccolo.
All right.
If he's about that.
Doing,
yeah. Like simple hide tricks.
Oh,
Piccolo quarters.
Piccolo puts away his Queen's Gambit deck and understands that you are of a simpler mind. All right,
if he's got a deck, I would play Queen's Gambit with him.
He holds up a hand as if to say, no, go on. You can give me a handle animals or performance check. Okay. It's not your best performance. You're pretty shaken up by who is in the carriage, who's driving the carriage behind you. Piccolo seems a bit bored. Then produces his Queen's Gambit deck. He endeavors, without language, to try to teach you the rules of Queen's Gambit. But you get the sense that the version he's teaching you is like the dumbed down, two-player solitaire version. It just seems to be about number matching and symbol matching in you start to pick it up. Okay. Victor's mother is hysterical, and she says, Victor, what is going on? Why are we with these strangers? Why are we in the carriage? Where are we going? And why did all those guards have to die? They said that I was being kidnapped. Victor looks to all of you guys, the better liars, for for support. Seeing that he's getting no help from anyone, Victor turns to her and says, Everything will make sense eventually, Mother, but for now, you know that the best thing you could do is to follow me, and this is where I am going. And you can see that sort of magical enchantment sort of like reset her mindset a little bit, and she says, that doesn't change how scared I am and how worried I am about everything. And she just kind of stares out the window. All right. So I guess 5 hours would pass.
Actually, Wayne would.
Oh.
He would try and. He would try and lighten the mood in their carriage. His heart really isn't in it, but he feels like it's either he tries or they just hear horrible screaming for.
Yeah. Speaking of horrible
Add as
screaming,
an item.
everyone that failed, the DC was a 16. You get a point of exhaustion. So I'll go ahead and add that.
We got 2 now.
Alright. Yeah, Leo loses well rested. Sorry, champ. Alright. Alright, so you're just trying to engage everyone in just small talk?
No, he's gonna take out his loot and he's gonna try and play something uplifting.
Okay. If you get a good enough performance, I will say that you can grant advantage to everyone's save against the next psychic aura wave.
Okay. He's trying for some of the classics, like he's trying to get people to like do Sweet Caroline, those sorts of songs.
Okay.
Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bob Marley.
That's
I mean,
actually
just
a great.
anything.
It's a good enough performance that everyone will have advantage to their next save against the psychic aura.
Wayne's sort of in disbelief of his own success because just deep down he's haunted.
You would think that it would get easier to hear babies being killed, but it's not because
Well, that's the thing.
this aura seems to kind of mix it up. You know, there's times where it's not just death and dying, but frightened whispers where you know that they were hiding from him before he found them, and mothers promising to children that everything will be all right, but you know it's not. It's like just a constant. It's like someone left the radio on and you can't turn it off.
God.
Yeah.
Not to mention that like they were sort of braced for like the suckiness of the wider world. Then they got back to Vallaki. It's like, oh, maybe we could like. No, they're just thrown right back into it. They had some hope, just made it all worse.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how he's feeling.
All right. You ain't wrong.
I was tempted to use modern day token to get earplugs, but I realized they're gonna be too small.
Now, does anybody?
You could just make something like by tearing out like the,
Yeah, you got any
pockets
wax?
or
Any wax or
or
anything?
like cushioning something.
I don't think I would be carrying around.
I mean, I
wax.
don't know how clean the cushions in here are, but you know, improvise.
Oh, these are beautiful and well maintained. They look like the kind of carriages that in New York City you would pay a shitload of money to ride around in one of these carriages. Yeah, it's very fancy. And the wheels themselves, the glance that you got at them, they do seem to be very sturdy and reinforced, which is good because a couple of hours in, you guys know for a fact, without looking out the window, that you are going off-road. You could hear the sounds of branches breaking on the outside against the wagons, and the sounds of rocks being tossed into wheel wells and then flung out into the forest. After about 40 minutes or so of this rough riding, you are back on the muddy roads and it continues for a few more hours, and then abruptly, both wagons come to a halt, and each wagon is pulled by 4 very large, angry-looking horses. When you guys look around, you realize that you are at the crossroads that lead north towards the winding, circuitous route to Vallaki, and west towards the windmill. It is about 11 o'clock at night. Over the din of his psychic aura, Rahadin says, "You may take up to 30 minutes to compose yourselves and take care of whatever businesses you might have."
All right. So he says that, and he's gonna try and leave the.
Shitty veteran comes around and opens the door to the carriage, but says nothing to you guys. You just hear like a deep Darth Vader breathing from inside the helmet.
And for those of us in the non-screaming coach, this counts as like a safe haven, right?
It's not a sanctuary, but you guys could have gained a short rest if you wanted to. Yeah.
Does that include like the rules to like the recovery rules?
Whatever a short rest would get you.
Not camping, short rest.
Yeah, it's not camping.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So do you guys need to do anything in this 30 minutes? Irenia's afraid to get out because she doesn't want to lose her seat and then end up in the spooky dead baby coach.
And we'll get out just to get some, peace and quiet, at least for a little bit.
Yeah. When it stops for 30
Respite.
minutes, yeah. Parpal rushes after you. You see Rahadin has taken out a tobacco kit, has rolled himself a cigarette, and is sort of leaning against the wagon, smoking it, trying to shield it from the rain. Leo looks on longingly, checking his pocket. He sees that his tobacco kit is nearly empty.
Let's say, has he run out yet?
He weighs the pros and cons. He approaches Rahadin, kitten tucked under his arm. They seem to be exchanging words. Rahadin passes him his tobacco kit. All right. Let's see. Lydia gets out. She's having a panic attack. Victor keeps reminding her of the suggestion. And you can see that if you look at him, every time he does, his face is riddled with like guilt and worry. All right.
I guess seeing Victor right that Jason would have walked over to him.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was a hard choice, but you did the right thing, Victor. It was brave to bring her. She'll be safer here with us than in the town.
Irenia has gotten out because girl pees a lot, and she offers to show Lydia Petrovna the best place to pee. And then Victor, when he thinks that his mother is far enough away, says, "I feel like perhaps I am just doing her a cruelty, playing games with her mind, bringing her to the nest of evil, and then what? Bringing her home to..." And he just kind of makes his hands go wide. "What will wait for us when we return?" Can we return? Where else are we supposed to go?
way, there's a way forward. Always. Sometimes you falter, take a back step, but keep your eyes focused on the future to carve a path. We'll be here to help you along.
He nods. But he's you can tell that his concentration, you might say, is somewhere else. All right. So after 25, 30 minutes, everybody starts to pile back in to the wagons.
How's Dunbar doing?
Blinsky took Dunbar on a walk. Dunbar peed on a lot of stuff. Piccolo followed along behind Dunbar, watched excitedly as Dunbar was pooping, made Dunbar very uncomfortable. He would make a like ooh, and he would point at the poop coming out of Dunbar's butt. And then Blinsky would say, "The puppy is making a poo-poo. He does not wear diapers like you, Piccolo. He has to poop outside." And then Dunbar looks around like, Jesus Christ. Yep. So that's your Dunbar update.
Well, I mean, I just want to make sure he's doing okay because
Yeah.
me, and he's he's got better hearing than we do. I'm sure he's still
Yeah, he's he's like a dog on fireworks night. You know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely on edge. Yeah, he's definitely on edge. And Parple says, "And that bad man is bad man."
Yeah. Sounds like it.
And strong. In Purple strong too. But that man scare Purple. And Purple brave.
He hasn't done anything bad to us yet.
And as you say that, he lets it hang in the air, and then he says, "Yet." Why did Dark Lord send such bad men to pick us up?
Don't know.
Okay. And because Parple's brave, he does reach out to kind of put a hand on your forearm. In like friendly support, obviously. It's not, it's not a date.
I'll ruffle his hair like a little brother.
Oh man, he's into it. He says, "We will be strong for others, like you're strong for me." All right, and he starts to head back towards the wagon. Immediately, as he gets closer, his whole body tenses up, and he's just like a ball of stress.
So, Taylor wouldn't have made this suggestion because she wouldn't have known. But I think that Blinsky said that he was gonna like work on Anne in the carriage.
Oh.
They got rushed. So I don't know if
Yeah.
that would change the seating around at all.
Oh yeah, Blinsky would say, "Okay, I'm going to go help Anne. I'll see you at the castle when we find the dolly." Alright. It's crowded in here, and Blinsky says, "Oh, it is too crowded for me to work on Anne's leg. Can one of you maybe switch with me?" Fucking Leo just leaps out. He's just leaping out. Like it does a fucking ninja roll. Runs back, grabs the kitten. out the window and just keeps going.
All the animals.
Winsky just
You
starts
got my
climbing
butt.
in.
Take mine. He's already.
He's like, oh, Wayne Larson, you need to move over. You want to help me? You're going to be my new Piccolo?
Wayne's just gonna kind of give him a look. And
If you come work for me, I give you matching outfit.
I'm
Mhm.
good, Winsky. I'm good.
Okay. Does anyone hear something? It's like someone left the tea kettle on.
Yeah.
He shrugs. Alright. And you guys get ready to head on out. Alright.
At some point, it doesn't even have to have been during this 30-minute break, but at some point,
Uh-huh.
Robin would have checked in with Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Just with the, grabbing the death grip and the, creepy stuff. Like, she just would have checked in and, is everything okay? Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm not fine, but we're here, so let's just do what we've come to do.
I mean, it's obviously creepy as all fuck, what is going on, but is there, does it have extra meaning for you? You're from here. I don't know if it...
Taylor's gonna lie to Robin. No, it doesn't. Here's Taylor's deception check. Can you reveal that, Crash?
It's pretty good. Your default insight, Robin, would not be able to tell that she is lying. But if you want to roll an active insight, you certainly can. Ooh, yeah. I mean, maybe just the horrible screams and sounds just spooked her. But I mean, her voice sounds pretty controlled now and determined, so guess they're okay.
Yeah, Robin just kind of nod and kind of like squeeze her hand and like, well, we're all here for each other. So if you need anything, just let me know.
All right. So, 3 more hours go by, and I will need everybody in Rahadin's carriage to give me another round of wisdom saving throws with advantage because of Wayne's uplifting singing. You're trying to hit a DC of 16. Okay. Let's see, a purple. All right, this would raise, if you did not make it, it would raise your exhaustion another level.
I hate
Wayne,
to ask.
no,
Yeah.
nothing terrible from the natty one. It's already terrible enough to get the exhaustion, but roleplay wise, like it is wearing you down. It is tearing you apart. You are starting to hear whispers from your own childhood, from when Dad would get a little violent, when your siblings would cry for comfort and perhaps none was given. Just everything is becoming more and more personal. The sounds, the voices, the cries, the screams, and you feel your memories rushing back, climbing out of the dark places that you buried them. All right. Anything happened during this 3-hour ride?
At this point, Wayne can't even bring himself to play.
Okay. Fair enough.
Taylor will actually pull out her violin and start playing for everyone, especially since Lydia seems like she's going crazy over there.
Okay, okay.
It's not really gonna be like a super chipper song, but it's definitely got like some happiness to it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's a really good performance, and it definitely perks up Lydia. Irenia seems to be distracted from all of her worries. Even Victor kind of nods to you in appreciation of what you're doing. And Piccolo, adorably, in the kind of begins to just kind of pirouette and dance for everybody along with your music. This makes Dunbar very excited, and he seems for the first time to kind of let some of his stress go, but the kitten watches the two of them like they're fucking idiots. At least that's what my cat does whenever my dogs are happy. She just stares down from her tower like, how could you experience joy, you morons? I don't know. Maybe we just have a mean cat.
Makes cats happy.
All right. What makes cats happy? Is that the
Mm-mm.
question?
No, that makes cats happy. Watching people do stuff.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, maybe it does bring her joy, but we just think she's being judgy, or maybe being judgy is what brings her
Yeah,
joy.
that's it.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So they stop again for another 30-minute break if anybody needs it. Now he says casually, as he's checking the horses, "You're almost home. Don't worry. You can rest all day." But these horses, they are like lathered with like horse sweat and rain and mud. They're like bleeding from their fucking nostrils. Like they're being pushed hard. But they seem to almost have like a supernatural virility to them that just like they ain't going down. But it is unusual to see this guy being like, especially with the aura that's about him, but he's being very tender and very like caring to these animals. And I guess these animals, unlike you guys and your animals, are used to his presence. Or long ago, broke mentally to his presence because they don't seem to be afraid of him as he kind of checks on them and the ones for the other wagon. All right. Yet again, Parpol gets out to try to clear his head a little bit, but Blinsky's still working on your leg. He does let out a yawn because at this point it's like 3:30 in the morning, and he says, "Ooh, it is getting very late. I think I almost have it though. You should be in good shape before we get to Castle. At least your leg. Then we can work on the hand after we get some sleep. Where do you think we'll be staying? Do you think there's fancy guest quarters just for special guests like us?"
I mean, probably.
I hope so. I am beat. How about you? You tired yet?
Yeah.
He kind of like puts his fingers here and he like rubs it like really, really fast, and like a little kid that's gonna pop their eardrum. He says, "I cannot stop hearing these whispers."
Yeah, same here.
All right. Do you guys do anything else in this bathroom break?
Crash, with the noise that is emanating from the coachman, from Rahadin, does it feel like it's just an audiological effect, or do we feel like just being in his presence, you're just gonna feel it regardless?
Well, when you move away from him, it seems to be like a 15-foot radius.
Okay.
Like if you had, which is of course the perfect size for you to be affected in the wagon.
in the downtime, in the 30 minutes, I guess Wayne's gonna try and go looking for anything like moss on the side of trees or things like that. Just anything that something that he might be able to pack into like a spent bullet casing that might like deaden sound that he
Okay.
could like
Yeah, give me
makeshift earplugs.
Give me a survival check.
Can I have Dunbar assist, or is this just all me?
I mean, Dunbar would not, I think, know that you're looking for
Got it.
specifically moss for your ears. Yeah, he's more like a generalist at helping with survival. Okay, yeah, as you look around, it's hard to think straight with all of the darkest, saddest, most tragic memories of your life kind of creeping out of the shadows of your mind. Best you could manage is some mud.
Wayne will contemplate the mud, and he just can't bring himself to put anything like that gross in his ears, and just even more defeated, he'll just trudge back to the carriage because it's not in him to ask to swap with anyone.
Okay. All right. Okay. As you're headed back to your carriage, you see Leo standing by the door. And as you approach, Wayne, he says, "Hey, I'm sorry, man. Seat's taken." Why don't you go ride with Dunbar?
Leo, you don't have to do that, man.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I want to, I want to catch up with Jason anyways. The first 5 hours that we rode together, I just, I couldn't think of anything to say, because we were doing karaoke. But I got a few things I want to run by him before we get there. And he looks at you, Jason, like, right?
Yeah, we gotta make sure, see what sweeping arrangements, who's gonna stay with who.
Wayne's gonna nod, and he'll turn around and head to the other carriage.
Okay. All right, when you get to the other carriage, Dunbar is very excited. He explains to everybody in beast speech that this is his human Wayne. If everybody hasn't met Wayne, Piccolo says in beast speech, yeah, I've met this guy. And the kitten headbutts you a couple times, Wayne.
Wayne will pet Dunbar, and he will give scritches to the kitten. But knowing the kitten might not like it, just as he is allowed by the kitten.
All right. And so the pace picks up some more. All right. It's about 5:30-ish in the morning when you start to roll up on Castle Ravenloft.
Sleep schedule's gonna be so messed up.
All right. I will need from the Rahadin wagon one more wisdom saving throw from prolonged exposure to his psychic aura.
I requested a roll.
You requested a roll?
Okay. Yeah. I pressed the button. It just took a while for it to go.
Okay.
I guess another failure. So 4.
Parple does begin to cry a little, because it's just wearing him the fuck down. All right. Blinsky had well rested. Let's see if he can maintain. Nope. So Blinsky's starting to feel it. All right.
Do we need to do one for not sleep? Do we need to do something for not sleeping too?
Yeah, you guys have all been up for full 24 hours at this point. So yeah, I need everybody to give me DC 10 Constitution saves.
If I don't sleep, do I have to roll the check?
Yeah, because you trance. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Mechanically, yeah. Oof. Okay. Let's see. I gotta roll for. Oh man. Let's see. Irenia and Victor. Victor's mama. The monkey's got to roll.
Delmar's like, I could do this another day.
Yeah. The kitten.
All your dice are private, by the way, David.
Oh, my bad.
No worries. Let's see.
Yeah, Wayne failed his, and
Okay.
Dunbar's he's good to go.
All right. Let's see. The kitten had well rested. Piccolo had well rested. Lydia had well rested. Victor made the save. Irenia made the save. Parple made the save. All right. I think I'm good. Did Leo make the save?
He did not.
No, he did not. All right. So Leo finally gets an exhaustion. There we go. All right. So, as you roll up on Le Castle, let's see. Here we go. We'll do these scene files. This will be a good way to do it. All right. So you guys are heading towards this. It's hard to see in the rain, but there is a drawbridge across a tremendous precipice. I will read you the flavor text because they provide some flavor text for this place. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Thick cold fog swirls about the drawbridge, the gatehouse, and the courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard, and high above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. So you ride up, and then the drawbridge, of course, goes like clankety clunk 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 up behind you. Oh, hold on. Can you? Here we go. That would be the top-down view. Can you guys see this map or no?
No, we need to have
we don't
tokens.
have vision.
No.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
You can throw a camera
Okay.
out. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. And then you guys roll in, and the drawbridge goes back up behind you, and then this portcullis slams down after the second carriage goes through, and then a second one slams down, and then you guys roll into this big muddy courtyard, and the court gate. There we go. And that's where you can see the light from the inside, and then the window up top here. Window, torches, torchlight. So the wagons kind of do like a swoop around, and then they park right by the door to let you guys in. And you can see what you think is a buxom French maid waiting in the doorway. And she looks at all of you, and she says, "Oh, you're here? Oh, come on, quickly, come out of the rain. Come on inside." And Radin, for his part, he's wearing like a wide brim like hat, like a really wide brim kind of flat top cowboy hat kind of thing. So the rain is kind of spilling to either side of him, but the dude is absolutely saturated, and does not seem to mind at all. He says, "You're here. Depart."
Let's get out of here.
Okay. So as you guys rush from the carriage through the rain, even that short amount of time, that short distance, you guys are completely saturated from head to toe. The rain is ice cold. As you guys enter, I'll give you a quick shot of the courtyard as you sort of look around from the entry hall. You guys are over here, and so you kind of be looking out. The carriages head over this way and disappear into darkness. All right. And she says, "Welcome to Castle Ravenloft. I'm very pleased to see you. Come inside." Right. So, as you guys enter, the woman turns to you guys and says, "My name is Helga. I am the head of house here. I have been directed by the master to take you to your rooms. You've come at such a late hour. All are preparing for bed."
Okay. All
All
right, lead
right.
the
So
way.
as you enter the ornate outer doors of the castle, 20 feet inside there is a second set of doors. As she approaches, the doors open automatically, something that you guys, are used to in the real world, but have not actually encountered here. And you can hear off in the distance the sound of organ music playing. And as the doors open, they reveal a grand hallway, as depicted here. Massive columns rise floor to ceiling, and all manner of gargoyles and stone dragons are perched on ledges looking down at you guys. They are obviously just statues.
This one's looking right at the camera.
Yeah. You do notice that 4 of the statues are not gargoyles or harpies or the like. They are dragons, roughly the size of men, and their eyes seem to flicker with absorbed light from the many sconces and flames. Not seeming to notice you noticing things, she says, "Oh, this way. I will take you to the stairs and then up to your rooms. It is so nice of you to visit. We haven't had company in forever." And she sort of sashays ahead of you guys. She leads you through an archway to the right, down a hallway. There is a large set of ornate doors to your right, and the organ music is definitely coming from the other side of those doors. However, you guys take a left through an archway to a massive staircase. The stairs are very, I don't want to say narrow, they're about 5 feet across, but they are steep, and they wind up and down, and she beckons for you to follow her up, and she does call back and says, "Oh, do be careful. You don't want to get lost in the castle. It can be a very dangerous place."
I'll take your word for it.
And as she leads you up, what seems like many flights of stairs, many flights of stairs, you guys eventually reach a landing, and there is another archway of stone, and then she says, this way, and I will take you over to the map. Hold on.
This castle is definitely not ADA compliant.
Yeah, the castle, you are not sure, honestly, how the castle stays together. It's in real bad shape. Like, it's in real bad shape. It doesn't look like anybody is taking care of this place at all. If she's head of house, you do wonder what the situation there is. Like, what is she actually taking care of? All right, let me take you over here. All right, paste you in. Oh, and everybody goes everywhere. Son of a bitch. Okay.
And just so I'm clear in my head, this is Friday morning, right? So our dinner
yes.
is tonight. Right? So,
Yep. Yeah,
okay.
you guys made it with plenty of time to spare.
Yeah, we could have stayed and done stuff in the town. It would have been fine.
Yeah, I think so. It would have been great. All right, let me take you over here. Okay, let me change the music out too. Hold on. Mostly because too much organ music is too much organ music, in my humble opinion.
That's okay. Personally, I like organ music. That's me.
Oh man, well you're
Wayne
gonna get
is
along.
not a fan, but
You're gonna get along splendidly with the owner of the establishment. All right.
We can add that to the list of questions. Like, does he actually like the organ music, or does he just enjoy playing into all the stereotypes?
Oh. All right. So as you guys arrive on this floor, Helga turns to you, and you see that this floor is very clean and very well maintained. If anything, it looks like if you were to pay to take like a restored castle tour, like on like a trip to Europe or something, it's definitely like maintained by a cleaning staff. The absence of cobwebs, mold, puddles, cracks in the walls is almost kind of eerie after seeing how gone to shit everything else was. And Helga says, let me give you a tour real quick. So we have a room here on your left, with adjoining bathroom suite. There is what is the word I'm looking for? This is a common room. You can sit and we have piano, fireplace. Back there is bar, a clock to keep the time. Oh, careful you don't bark your shins on one of these benches. This door here leads to the servant quarters. Please don't go there. The ladies need their privacy. But know that each room will have a bell, a brass bell. You can ring it, and they will come to you. At any hour, for any needs. Here you can see banners displaying the crest of Ravenloft, which is the sort of, raven, black raven on the kind of red field sort of thing. She says, 2 more bedrooms with adjoining bath, north and south. And then finally down here at the end of the hall, 2 more suites with adjoining bath. If you need water brought for a bath, just ring the bell. Now I know you have traveled far. Is there anything I can do for you?
These rooms actually do look comfortable, yes?
Oh yeah, I mean, again, they look so nice that it's eerie how nice they are compared to everything you've seen in Barovia and everything you've seen in the castle.
Robin will kind of nod at Helga, and she's going to say, "Thank you, Helga. These rooms look wonderful, and we are all quite exhausted and are very much looking forward to using them. Thank you for your hospitality and for that of your master."
Oh, he would be so pleased to hear that you are happy. I do pass a message along from one of the brides. He wants to know if he can come to visit you at some point before dinner. Apparently, he is also from the Earth.
I'm
Like
sure
for breakfast, or
I guess to talk. He is very sweet, and I think he is homesick.
what is his name?
Asher.
Please let Asher know that we would love to be able to discuss Earth with him, and would be very interested in meeting him. Again, after we're able to get some rest, please.
Of course. He will likely come by to see you before or just after sunset. Now remember, if you need anything at all, you just ring one of the bells, and we will come for you.
sounds wonderful.
Alright, as she starts to sashay away.
Alright, who's taking which room? I'm thinking of me and Rio taking one of the rooms at the end of the hall.
Victor says 2 of these rooms are the size of my father's mansion. This opulence is disgusting to me. Lydia gives him sort of not a slap, but kind of like, like a tap on the arm, like that he's being, rude. And he says, "It's true, what is the point of all this? The village of Vallaki is impoverished beyond the means of recovery, and they're just... I can't believe this."
Victor, please don't insult our host. Just
Hey,
keep your
I
thoughts
won't.
to yourself right now.
got it. Blinsky says, Wayne Larson, after we get some sleep, do you want to look around the castle with me? We could try to find the doll, man.
Maybe we can get a guided tour. I don't think we should wander around on our own.
But aren't we guests?
We're guests in a strange place. I think we should ask nicely.
Okay. What is the room situation like? Should I go with Anne so I can work on her stuff? When he says that, Parple kind of looks a little like, wait a minute, as he kind of moves forward.
That would be up to Anne.
Alright. So, in all things, everyone eventually looks to Robin to tell them what to do. Robin, it seems that there are 6 double beds, and then there is a common room with a love seat and a chaise lounge and 2 couches.
And we have how many people total?
So many people.
Yeah, a whole bunch of us. 11, 12?
Well, we need probably 2 to a room at a minimum. Victor, you should probably stay with your mother. And where would you be most comfortable? These beds, or I don't know. Are you can you even fit in them, or would you prefer making a cot somewhere? What would be best for you?
Maybe do you have the bedrolls with us?
Oh, I will mention that all of the windows in the rooms are closed. They just look out into the pounding rain.
I mean, Parple's got all of her stuff, right? So
He has it, and I'm
bedrolls.
I'm carrying some stuff too as well. I have the tents and the
I should mention that
bedrolls.
because you are honored guests, the guest quarters do function as a sanctuary. So if you rest here for 8 hours, you will be able to gain the benefits of a long rest.
I guess what we can do is, okay. What Anne will do is she'll turn to Rob and say, "Well, if we're supposed to be guests and we need extra beds, can we ask for them?"
I'm sure we can. And Robin will ring a bell.
Yeah.
If Helga has not already.
Oh yeah,
left.
she's definitely sashayed away. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Parple makes a squeal of concern and moves away from the door. And those of you with good hearing, you can hear what sounds like a very kind of almost like the rattling of wind chimes behind the door. And the door opens, and you see two animated porcelain dolls dressed as maids come out, and they're moving like the nurses from Silent Hill. Like their joints just don't seem to kind of work the same way and don't seem to support normal human fluid motion. They kind of have like a weird marionette, like poorly controlled marionette vibe to them.
Robin, since I'm sure everybody's kind of looking at her, Robin will walk over to them. We were wondering, because we have so many people, if it would be possible to get a couple of extra beds or cots of some sort brought into a couple of the rooms.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see.
And I also can't speak for everyone, but I'm certain most of us would probably enjoy having baths this evening. So if you could begin running water for us into some of the tubs, that would be excellent.
Okay. You can kind of tell from their body language that they understand what you're saying, but because their mouths are just solid porcelain, they do not speak. They just nod, and one begins to jerkily walk to the west. As it walks past Gadolf Blinsky, he is losing his fucking mind watching it go. And he's like looking for Wayne so Wayne can share in his excitement. He's, Wayne, look! He's giant dollies!
That's well, I mean, Wayne is trying. He's not like he's not humoring Blinsky. He's just wiped out, and he's trying his best to muster any kind of enthusiasm, just so he doesn't feel that Blinsky feels that he's like dismissing him.
I got you. Okay. He is also tired and overwhelmed, but he just watches their movements. He takes out his sketchbook, he's drawing them, he's like studying them, trying to see their joints and stuff like that. They seem to be relatively strong, much stronger than an average man, And over the next hour, they bring beds and water. They seem to have some innate magic that allows them to heat the water. And if you do not tell them to leave, they will try to bathe you.
Robin would
Yeah.
not want them to bathe her, but
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
she'll let everybody else make those calls for themselves. Like Blinsky might be totally into it.
Oh yeah, Blinsky, he will have bath time. All right. And then they bring a bunch of extra beds. How many beds did you need them to bring?
So we had 4 total, right?
Yeah,
Based
I
off
mean,
of the number of rooms.
we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it 4 rooms or 5 rooms?
There's
There's 5
there's-
bedrooms, right? And then
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
common room.
All right, 5
Yeah, sorry,
bedrooms.
yeah.
That's 5 beds.
Okay, so you want to bring 5 more beds?
Yeah, I think that will cover us.
Yeah, I mean, each of these beds will sleep a
Hold
couple
2.
of people, right?
Yeah, hold 2, right?
Yeah.
So, and we've got 12,
Okay.
I think. So
They
we need,
they have brought beds.
yeah, we need like 3 or 4 beds.
Okay.
Yeah, some of our members are kind of small though. You know, Piccolo and Dunbar and the cat.
Yeah, I wasn't really.
Yeah,
Trying
were
to
you
give
ordering
them
beds for the
fun.
animals?
No.
Okay. So at one point, while the maids are working hard, a very strange individual shows up. This guy has a hunchback, and he has many animal parts mixed with his human parts. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Yes, this guy is his left face is covered in lizard scales. He has the ears of some kind of cat. His left foot looks like a duck's webbed foot, and his arms have patches of black dog fur. He wears what looks to be a living eye in a dream catcher-esque silver medallion around his neck, and hanging from that is the most master key you've ever seen.
Robin really wants whatever that magic eye is.
Yeah. The eye looks right at you as you were thinking that. And he says, well. You've been making a lot of fuss for company, haven't you? A lot of fuss indeed. You have these girls running all over the castle for you. Is there anything else we can do for you before you settle in for the bedtime? It is, after all, very late. You guys realize at this point it's like 6:30 in the morning at this point, which for them is very late.
No, I think.
You sure you want some food brought up? You're going to be hungry, aren't you? Your people like to eat breakfast, I've heard.
Maybe when we awaken.
Yeah, when we.
No need for it to get cold.
What time would that be, so I know when to have it sent up?
Roughly 8 hours from now.
Alright. I'll have it sent up for you then. So nice to have company in the castle again.
It's lovely to be here. Thank you for all of this trouble that you've gone to.
Give me a persuasion check. He do like compliment. Oh, you're a sweet one, aren't you?
Well, since you're such a sweetie, let me give you some friendly advice. You're guests, so stay in the guest quarters. We can't be held responsible for your safety if you wander.
And as he says that, the eye on the necklace kind of swivels about, and his right eye bulges, like, as he stares at you.
Just some friendly advice. Huh?
Would it be possible to get a guided tour of appropriate areas? Of course, my friend Blinsky, the toy maker over there, he's fascinated with the maid.
Oh, if he
automatons.
likes the maid, he'll love Piddlewick.
But you don't want Piddlewick finding you in a dark corridor.
Well, that's why we didn't want to break any house rules, as it were.
Ah, then you best stay put. If you ask the master at dinner and decide to stay another night, with his blessing, I could probably give you a tour. Maybe.
Thank you for the information.
What's your name and what do you do here?
My name is Cyrus Bellevue of the Bellevues of Krezik. I am the humble servant of Strahd von Zarevich, gifted to him by the great abbot himself.
Well, it's lovely to make your acquaintance, Cyrus.
Irenia raises her hand like she's in school. Cyrus looks at her.
Is this the abbot of Saint Markovia? Just to clarify. Of course it is! He is a great man who sent me to serve an even greater one. He works such miracles upon the flesh. The abbot does.
Speaking of which, I have recently, and she's going to point at her eye, I've recently become very intrigued by other people's eyes, and I can't help but notice yours. Can you tell me about it?
Oh. Yes, it was a gift from the cold shoulders. It's a talisman. Helps me to detect magic and invisible creatures.
Oh, it's very handy sounding.
I heard of the cold shoulders. Where did those crazy kids get off to? Girls! Girls!
You hear the clattering of porcelain as they rush forward.
Where did the cold shoulders get off to? Come on, friend.
Unable to speak, the girls begin to sign at him. And then, do any of your characters able to sign? Probably not. Okay. Not based on any of the backstories I heard. Okay. He says,
Oh, they went to Vallaki, huh? I didn't think vampires could go to Vallaki. You learn something new every day. Don't you?
oh. He shambles up to you, Wayne. He says,
You seem like a horny young man. I'm gonna give you some advice to keep your pecker in good shape. They might look sexy, but you don't want to try anything, if you know what I mean. The spirits that possess them can be a little overzealous. Rocking that pecker, kid!
Thanks for the warning.
Have a good sleep!
And he just shambles up the stairs and out of sight.
Wayne's gonna look around to the others and just sort of shrug and gonna sort of motion to Dunbar, come along. And he's just gonna go in here and he's just gonna do his best to drag a couch over by the fire and just go to sleep.
Is for this northern set of rooms, is that, do they share like a bathroom between them? Is that what's happening here?
Does it look like they do? Did I not set up the walls all the way? Let me see. Yeah, it looks like I set up the walls all the way.
Well, you were describing them as rooms with a shared bath.
Oh, it didn't mean shared. I saw they have a bathroom suite, like an ensuite bathroom. Is what I meant to say. Yeah.
No, well, the lighting in the bathroom like goes to nothing for me.
Oh yeah, you would need to, you need to essentially just light a torch, and we'll say that you would picked up a lamp and brought it with you. They don't have any, electricity here, guys. So it's like unless you want to take a bath in total darkness, that might be kind of fun.
Yeah, so I think Anne would find a bathroom, go wash, and then head to bed.
Okay.
With how much exhaustion she has. So
yeah, Robin is
well.
assuming that she and Anne are sharing a room, doing the cousin thing.
These four Barovians cannot understand why they would have so many bathrooms. Like, they just don't know, like, what the hell that's all about. They don't have toilets, though. They just use chamber pots. But there is a bell in the bathroom if you need someone to come and take your chamber pot away or bring you, fresh towels or any of that kind of stuff. Blinsky's having trouble convincing himself to go to sleep. He is just watching everything that these porcelain maids are doing.
I guess before going to sleep, Anne will probably take off her hand and hand it to Blinsky. Says, I guess you can, if you have some inspiration, go ahead and work on it.
Oh, he gets an inspired idea, and he says, ladies, do you fix yourselves? And they look at each other, and they nod. Look at him, and they nod. He says, would you like to help me make this giant hint for my friend Anne? And they all just nod in assent. And he says, this is going to be amazing.
He was able to fix the leg during the trip, or is it not done yet? Because if it is,
he was able to fix the leg during the trip.
Hey, Wayne, we're going to be working on Anne's hand in here. I can't possibly sleep with all this amazing stuff going on. You've made my dreams come true, Wayne. If only I could meet this Piddlewick he mentioned. It sounds like he's even more marvelous than these girls.
It does. Although, it sounds like might be kind of dangerous in the wrong setting.
But the pursuit of knowledge can be dangerous sometimes, Wayne.
I'm not saying don't seek him out. I'm just saying be careful.
What if I ask them to bring the Piddlewick here?
When he says that, the three maids, you hear sort of like the bone wind chime rattling sound of their three heads shaking no rigorously. They seem to be afeared of Piddlewick.
Maybe Not right now.
Yes, you're right. I will focus on fixing this hand. Are you going to be sleeping? Could Piccolo sleep with you? He thinks you're so cool.
I guess. If you're working on Anne's hand, if you're gonna be making a lot of noise, maybe I should relocate. I don't want you to have to be quiet on my account.
Oh, okay.
So Victor is looking for a responsible all right, there you go. He says,
Robin, I have concerns. This spell I cast on my mother, it will not last forever. There may be, when she awakens, some confusion and perhaps some anger. I need to rest to get back my spells, but I need someone to keep an eye on her. What do you suggest?
Like Robin's exhausted too, so she's gonna kind of look at him. She's gonna.
I need a perceptive person who does not need to sleep a lot. Do we have something like that?
I mean, not that I know of. She'll look over at Anne.
And we'll turn to Victor and says, Victor, you're her son, the best person to be there with her when she realizes it's you.
We're
Just
all
tell her
just
what
down the
happened.
hallway. Just you can ring a bell, get the servants, bring one of us, whatever works best.
All right.
I mean, you could check around. There might be somebody else who could share the room with you. So there's two of you in there.
Okay.
If that would help.
Honestly, it'd probably be better if it's just him and his mother. Maybe Irenia.
oh yeah, Irenia will volunteer to help.
Yeah, that's kind of who Robin was thinking of.
All right, they're gonna take the southwest room.
And Robin would check in with Taylor because if like we could just have a girls' room if Taylor wanted to join here. There's enough room between all the beds and everything.
Yeah, Taylor would take up the offer, leave the room that they had entirely to themselves, and come and join you.
All right.
They will just. Is there like a chair in here?
Yeah,
Is that-
what's
is that a
this
harp?
weird stuff down in the corner?
Parple's
that a
gonna
harp?
come in here with Wayne.
Well, could I repair?
Knock yourself out, buddy.
Or just go to bed?
He does not take a bath. The Barovians could be convinced that they should take a bath, but it's not like, even after all the shit that's gone down, unlike you guys who are like fucking finally a warm bath, they're just like, eh.
Wayne has decided he will bathe in the morning, quote
Okay.
unquote morning. He's just going straight to bed. He's just too tired.
Fair enough.
And he relocated obviously across the hall, and he would have extended a hand to Piccolo as if to say, "Would you like to come with?"
Oh yeah, he climbs up your arm. Okay, so everybody's tucked in. All right.
What is this weird stuff down in the corner of our room? Is that like a...
Which stuff? This? Oh, this is a harp.
Yeah.
In case you want to sit on this fancy ottoman and play this harp. I will point out that I don't know if you could find anyone willing to buy it, but the stuff here is pretty valuable. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, stealing from Strahd seems like a very
All right,
smart
I just wanted to make sure that the information was out there, that the stuff here does seem to be quite valuable. But the problem with Barovia is, where's the pawn shop? Like, where are you gonna sell it?
Crash, would the harp be like too distant from a violin to even have like any idea what to do with it?
I think you could still roll a performance on it, but it just wouldn't have the same impact as being actually trained in it.
Okay, I'll try to do like a soothing melody, like a lullaby for them to like go to sleep to. But if
Okay.
I feel like I suck, I'll just stop right away.
Sure. Okay, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Taylor plucks a few strings, shakes her head, and then just kind of like, she's like sitting in this ottoman, and she's just kind of like got her back leaned against the wall.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks super uncomfortable, but it looks like she doesn't mind at all. Or she's
Okay.
not thinking about it.
Seeing you look uncomfortable, Robin would say, I still have some, like the pack over there where her 2 sacks and the backpack are with the tents and bedrolls. If you want a bedroll.
And Robin will call over. She's just like not suggesting anything weird or anything, but like this bed is big enough for multiple people. Like you're welcome to get more comfortable.
Taylor,
Does anybody turn the lights out when they go to bed, or do you leave the lights on?
With us being in,
a light on.
I feel like I would want to leave the lights on, considering how dark it's always been all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
We need a nightlight. I mean, we make our way to the bathroom or something.
Yeah, like at least a light on in the bathroom with like the
maybe.
door cracked open.
Give me like this, leave this light on, and a
All
light
of
in the bathroom.
all of the lights and lamps that you've seen on this floor are oil lamps.
I'm not even sure if I know how to turn off an oil lamp.
You just turn down the wick.
I don't know. I think it's pretty intuitive if it's like with a wick.
Yeah, there should be a little knob that you turn.
Yeah.
We used to
Taylor
have
can
them as
show you how.
we used to have so many power outages when I was a kid in Naples, Italy, that we actually had oil lamps around the house in case the power went out. All right, so just asking, like, general, like, how you feeling? You feel comfortable enough to turn off the lights? Do you close the doors? That kind of stuff. So.
Door closed, bathroom door open, one lamp on in both rooms.
If you have bathed, please right-click your MIDI and apply the
Teal circle to your character, so that I know that you have bathed.
All right. And I guess you guys finally get some fucking sleep. Except for Blinsky, who's got to make a con save, DC 11. Oof, this man working himself to the bone. Hyperfocus is a bitch. Alright. Okay, so I will advance the clock 8 hours.
Oh my goodness. Alright, just lose 1 wound.
Alright, so Anne, your double ones on your sleep check would definitely indicate that you did not find any good rest here tonight, or today. But you'd still get the benefits of a long rest, but you could, like, just explain to us why you slept so bad, or what happened when you slept so bad.
Inside of hearing the death and crying of, like, children and stuff like that for the past 8 hours.
11 hours?
Also,
11. Yeah.
It started to affect her and hearing, like, maybe some of those were her parents or Daniel or things like that, just hitting her while she's sleeping.
All right.
She just could not get any rest. All right, but I do. Let me get rid of this.
Robin has no wounds left, so she can remove the muscle damage.
Beautiful.
Exhaustion.
So 1 long rest would reduce exhaustion by 1.
Yeah.
And then if we don't have any wounds or injuries, we can roll to see if we get rid of another level of exhaustion, like how well we slept. Is that right?
No injuries. So if you have, you can if you have injuries, you can roll to get rid of the injury. If it's a muscle thing. If it's a broken bone thing, we have to do it by healing.
Okay.
Alternatively, you can roll to remove a second wound.
Okay, I'm confused, so my bad. Thank you for clarifying.
Oh, no worries.
I think I have lost Robin's status that has her busted up eye. Somehow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I thought I fixed it, so I hope nothing that you applied caused it to go away. It was your left
It's been
eye.
missing the whole. Yeah, it's been missing this whole session.
All right. There we go.
I don't know if it ever got put back on after that one time when everything got cleared.
Okay. Same with Anne, right?
Yeah, I need to put.
Back.
Yeah, I need to get my destroyed arm, my left hand.
All right, and then I guess leg, just to remind us. Which leg is it?
It's also her left leg.
Okay. We'll just have it as destroyed left foot. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, but that one doesn't actually affect you because you took the feet. So as long as you have your prosthetic, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Taylor, during the night, you hear something crawling across the window. Do you peek or do you just keep trancing?
I will peek.
Okay. All right. You would see a nosy gargoyle. It is a hideous bat demon made of stone, and it is just sort of spider climbing across, and it very delicately tries to not step on the glass as it walks over it. But it
Okay.
stops and it peers in the window at you.
I mean, Taylor can't like make any faces at it or anything,
Mhm.
so it just sees a mask, and then Taylor will stop looking at it and go back to being in the corner.
Yeah, it kind of peers around curiously and then kind of crawls away.
Are there like any blinds or anything?
There are curtains that could be drawn.
Taylor will draw the curtains.
Okay. All right.
And then go back to trancing.
Okay. Jason, how's everything going with you?
I mean, after that lovely bath, I think we slept, better than I expected.
Oh, that's nice. All right. I'm gonna drop the injury rules and the camping rules just in the hallway, the kind of central hallway out here. So if anybody needs to, they can check on those. All right. So when you guys awaken
Let me do that.
from your rest, you can smell delicious food.
I guess I'd get up and check the hallway, see if it's. I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's coming from there.
Oh yeah. I don't think all these maids will be out in the hallway anymore. It's not like they stayed there and guarded you guys all night. Hold on. Boop. All right, yeah. So the wafting smell is coming from the common room.
Taylor waits for Anne and Robin to both look like they're awake, and then they do an emotive stretch, like they just woke up. Smells like there's some food.
Yeah, it smells like it.
So when you come in, you can see that the table has tinkering tools and parts all over it, and instead, all the food is laid out on trays on this bed. It is some fruits, some cheeses, and a plate just piled high with sausages. It does, and there is a basket of bread. There is a note in very fine penmanship that says, breakfast in quotes. Don't overdo it. Need an appetite for dinner. And then signed Styron.
Yes.
Not poisoned. And then a smiley face.
Kind of concerns me that he has to point that out.
We need anything in a while.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll
Wayne's
taste
gonna
this
make
for ya.
himself a makeshift breakfast sandwich and take a bite.
Yeah, it tastes good. It's really good. The meat
Well-
is now familiar to you. You believe it is probably a mix of pork and wolf meat.
Well, if it's poison, it's slow acting. Anyway, maybe it won't kill me before my bath. If anybody needs me, I'll be indisposed.
All right, so as you head out into the hallway, you see Victor with his mom, and she seems to be in a better mood. And she says, "Oh, so what you're saying is we are here visiting Strahd on behalf of your father. I can't believe I forgot that." And he says, with a grimace and just like his jaw kind of clenched, he says, "Yes, mother, that is why we are here."
Man, hit her with another one.
It doesn't look like he's.
Oh, for
like,
sure. Yep.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's a slippery slope.
Wayne's going to bring his food and food for the animals into the bedroom. Once he's
Oh my
finished.
God. Yeah, they want them sausages. They are screaming at you in monkey and in dog. The kitten, which was left sleeping on the bed, running down the hallway for sausages. From the end of the hallway, you hear a man
Say,
"Hello? Is anyone awake?"
Yeah, we're in here.
Ah,
The common
okay.
room.
Ah, excellent, excellent, excellent. Ah. All right, you see an unbelievably beautiful man. He has pale blue eyes, pale skin, beautiful pink rosy lips. He's got tousled blonde hair, and beneath that curly mop of hair, you see slightly pointed ears that sort of belie his vampiric nature. He is dressed in fine clothes that look like they came right out of a vampire movie. And he wears white gloves on his hands and white shoes.
even though the rest of his clothes are stylishly black, except for his white shirt beneath the black vest. He looks like he is well cared for, and without being disparaging to twinks, he definitely gives off big twink energy. He looks at all of you and says, "Wow, oh right. Oh, my name is Escher. Pleased to meet you."
Yes. It's good to meet you also. I'm Jason. And I put up my arm to shake.
Oh man, he says, "Oh, yes, yes." He grabs your hand and he shakes it. Says, "Oh wow. So Earth, how's it doing? How's it going?"
It was doing well when we left.
Oh yeah.
When were you last there?
a great question. When was I last there? Harding was president.
Who?
You know, Warren Harding, the 29th president of the United States.
You're
We're on what was it, 44? 45?
44.
yes. You're from the 20s.
Yeah, the swinging 20s. Yeah, 20s. Yeah. He starts to kind of do a little shuffle, a little dance. That seems from that period. No?
It's quite out of style from when we came.
I don't think this ever goes out of style.
Guess
Okay.
that's a matter of opinion, I guess.
Well, okay. So, how would you say 40? How many presidents are you on? 45?
Yes, it's been almost, I guess, 80 years, 90.
Oh. Man, time does fly, doesn't it? Wow. I don't suppose you guys brought a car with you.
No.
Robin looks at the one remaining token that she has and thinks very hard about whether it's a car.
No, our vehicles did not make it with us.
One of my patrons used to drive us around in his Model T. Oh, I do miss riding the car. I tried to convince Strahd to get us a car, but he just doesn't seem to. I don't know.
I don't think it
He's
would
very
work that
set.
well here.
He's very set in his ways.
But he could bring a car here if he wanted.
I'm sure the Vistani could do anything. Those people are magical. You know how gypsies are. OOC. I know that Vistani are not gypsies, and gypsies is a racial slur. I'm trying to point out that Escher is from a time period when, you know, that's what they use. Please don't cancel me.
We understand, and Wayne's not in the whole way to be indignant about it.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Let's see.
Well, tell me all about. Well, maybe I shouldn't. I kind of wanted a sneak peek. I was worried it might not get covered at dinner. You see, sometimes when people come to dinner, they run off at the mouth and they get killed. So I was kind of hoping to maybe get a little bit of information about Earth before dinner, just in case you're one of those groups that gets the, you know, he kind of aims a finger gun at his head and kills himself.
Well, we have no plans on perishing.
You would think so, right? But my hubby, he has a way of sort of rubbing people the wrong way. Don't get me wrong, he can rub you the right way. But it's definitely has a way of pushing buttons, and some people just, they fly off the handle. And then, I mean, you don't come into a man's house and insult him in front of his family at dinner.
Oh, so the whole family will be at dinner?
I imagine anybody that's in the castle is not going to want to miss out. We so very rarely have company anymore. I guess the last group that came by for dinner was the Cold Shoulders. I mean, they'd never invited to dinner anymore. They're always out working.
Robin
Oh,
Well,
wait, no, he did invite the wizard to dinner. What was the guy's name? Mordenkainen. That's right. I'm not into bald guys, but there was something about him. It was pretty nice. But he got big ideas. He got real mad. Stormed off, tried to make an army. It was a whole thing.
We heard a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate that it had to come to that.
I know, right? Mordenkainen said he had a car and a motorcycle back at his tower. What was crazy about Mordenkainen? He came here on purpose. Apparently he heard all about Strahd and was like, I don't like that. And so he went out of his way to come here and try to start shit. Huh, excuse my language.
Oh.
You guys, on the other hand, you have a playthings vibe to you.
I know he's been very interested in what you've been up to. Will not stop talking about it. He's still upset about what happened to Chris.
We all had pretty high hopes for Christopher.
Ah, you talk about us often then.
Well, I mean, you know. You're definitely what's new and what's interesting.
Are you saying we were intentionally brought here?
Well, yeah. You gotta understand, my husband, he's lived a really long time. You get bored. They don't got radio here or nothing. I told him we should build a theater house in Vallaki. We did, but it burned down. You know how adventurers are. You can't have anything nice when they're around. And then he's been so depressed. Ugh, going in like 40 years now of just not even wanting to leave the house. Finally got dragged out to go watch some druid ritual or something. Came back very excited. Said we were having guests for dinner. Normally when he says we're having guests for dinner, it means we're going to eat people, but this time it actually meant we're having guests for dinner, which is you guys, and I'm very excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless one of you wants to be dinner.
No, we
Because I
don't
mean,
want to be dinner.
I'm not feeling particularly peckish. I could certainly sneak a snack before dinner if you're not too busy. He puts his hand on the door frame and kind of leans in towards Jason.
We prefer not to have snacks before dinner.
That's fair. That's fair. You smell amazing, by the way. Isn't it nice having
Warm water, bathtubs. From what I understand, out in the villages and whatnot, they just roll in the mud and put eggs in their hair. I don't know what they're getting up to. They smell terrible. As he says that, he looks past you at the 3 unwashed Barovians. And he whispers to you, you might want to try to wash them before dinner. He's kind of a neat freak.
Gotcha. Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, so what kind of car do you have? What's Jason?
I got a Jeep Outlander.
What's that? That from the Ford company?
No, I guess it's a competitor.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of competitors to Ford now.
Really? They're not the finest automobile company in the world?
I guess they try to be, but
Don't we all?
they have a lot of competition.
Oh. The Germans?
they are one.
Japanese too.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they keep they're competitive in their pricing.
I see.
You're not.
A very good conversationalist, Jason.
I apologize, there's a lot on my mind.
Well, you might want to brush up on those conversational skills before dinner, if you know what I mean. Gosh, I thought you guys would be a little bit more interesting than this. All right. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm sorry. I was just so curious about you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. I'll see you at dinner, though. I hope everybody has a great time. Remember, don't die. I'm serious, though. People die at dinner. Please don't die. You seem very nice. Okay, bye.
Oh, it was much.
Victor
Arena,
says,
you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Arena says, wait, what does he mean, the stinky? What is it? Eggs in your hair is good for it. It's conditioner. Keeps it shiny.
Ah,
Here, Jason, smell my hair.
It smells pretty bad.
Here, smell it. How does it smell? It smells
Ah.
like the rose of the valley, huh?
yes, right, the Rose of the Valley.
She's
I
gonna
think-
need she needs a deception check from you.
Certainly.
She glowers at you.
So you think I'm stinky?
I just think we've been on the road a lot.
All
It
right,
doesn't hurt to freshen up.
So
Irene, yeah.
Wayne, a maid is setting up a bath for you so that you may take a bath. Irene looks to you.
Smell my hair.
Yes. Okay. Oh, it smells like flowers. And
You want to smell like that?
I mean, is it good to smell like that, or?
If you go take a bath, it probably would.
Arena, I think given who our host is, it might not be a bad idea if we're all at our best, regardless of what
Okay.
we would prefer to be.
All right, so she goes off to take a bath.
You too, Purple.
Arpel says,
But I was in the rain.
The rain is not the same thing as a bath.
My uncle says the rain is all men needs to be clean.
And your uncle's not here to tell you that.
oh damn. Fuck. Okay.
Wayne is
starts-
going
he
to
starts to
intercede at this
cry.
point. And we'll go up to Purple and
Uh-huh.
say, hey,
He's
hey,
not
it's
here
okay.
because I killed him, Wayne.
It's
Purple
okay,
is
Purple.
too strong and they killed him.
Purple, it's okay, buddy. And I'm gonna let him, cry for a little bit.
Okay.
And when he naturally sort of composes
They
himself.
just kept hitting me while they kept hitting me in the head and calling me stupid. And I wanted to be strong like Ed. I told him I was strong and he died. It was me who killed him, Wayne. It was me.
Purple, you were defending yourself. It's
I
different.
kept hearing him crying out in the carriage.
I know. I heard some pretty bad stuff myself.
And Wayne, he whispers to you, I don't know how to take bath. What if I drown?
I won't let you drown, Purple. I will show you how to take a bath.
All right, he
Okay.
sucks his snot bubbles back up his nose and sets his chin tight, and he goes to follow you. But even though he is brave, he is still slightly afeared of what is to come.
And is Blinsky like? Is he still like up and wired, or is he
Oh,
like
yeah.
dead to the world at this point?
Oh no, man! We got 10 stacks of exhaustion, baby. He's gonna keep going.
Oh Jesus! If he's, does it look like he's done, or is he still working on the hand?
Oh no, he presents to Anne a horror show. It is a hand, expertly articulated, made from all the keys from this very expensive piano.
That's
So
pretty
it's
ornate.
yeah. He says, "Anne, try this out, huh? It's pretty cool." I took the wires from the piano and the keys, and I studied these ladies. And then, this is the finest work I've ever made for Dolly. And I have inspiration. If you trust me, I will show you what they taught me.
I'll trust you if you also go ahead and, after you finish, go take a bath.
Oh, okay. You would not want me to be all slippery before I do my final work. And his eyes bug out, and he produces a very large needle and some piano wire.
What is going to be your final work?
I'm going to sew these to you, into you. When you move, it will move with you. It will be like a part of you, Anne.
And what happens if I grow again?
Then you'll find me, and I'll make it bigger for you. I am learning so much, Anne. Thank you for bringing me here.
Right.
Let's get to work. All right, Anne. The procedure is going to cost you a hit die.
Okay.
But this will be the closest to a functioning hand that you're probably going to get.
Right.
It
Well,
is
that's
capable
going-
of relatively fine manipulation. Okay.
I got rid of my level 0 hit die.
Okay.
Is this just for now or permanent?
This will be permanent.
Okay.
Unless you get big again.
Well, no, I mean the hit die loss.
Oh, no. It's just for now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just to represent the blood loss and the pain of this procedure. All right.
Well, I'm gonna be smelling like blood at the.
So
we'll see what
Parpol
happens.
follows you, Wayne. Okay. The maid
Leo.
opens the door for you, and you smell sudsy, warm bath water. All right. So, Jason, what's up?
Leo and I would try to, bathe the cat also.
Oh, okay. I think
While
between the
he
two of
goes.
you could probably bathe the cat. Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably go wash up
Tomorrow's,
too.
Kind of Wayne's responsibility.
So Lydia, the suggestion was that they have a nice dinner with Strahd von Zarovich to impress upon him how important the Burgomaster and the town of Vallaki is. Understanding the context clues, she goes to take a bath as well. Resignedly, Victor will go take a bath. All right. So, time passes.
Wayne will bathe himself, and then he will assist Parpol as Parpol needs. in bait.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you guys are now squeaky clean, boys. And Purple's exhaustion would have been reduced. There we go. All right.
Does the maid
Taylor's
just sort of
gonna-
hang out in the room?
Oh, I mean, unless you tell her to leave. Yeah, I mean, she's a construct. She doesn't give a shit.
No. Wayne
I mean, if
will...
you're uncomfortable with a robot woman watching you bathe and, you know, just standing around, then yeah, you can totally leave.
I think Wayne might have forgotten until they were done.
Oh, yeah, yeah. One of those things where you, like, turn you, because, like, they're still there, but they're super quiet. Yeah.
Wayne will attempt to ask the question. Well, he'll ask the question and attempt to understand the answer. Would there be time for him to take Dunbar out? And if before dinner, because
So
I don't.
When you say that, Dunbar looks a little embarrassed because, like, you were in here for a while and he didn't get a chance to go, like, since, like, you know, the second pit stop. And the maid just shakes her head no, like, he can't go out. But you get the sense from having dealt with, you know, indoor accidents before that Dunbar is embarrassed because he definitely went somewhere.
Wayne will attempt to sniff it out.
Oh, yeah, the maids would have taken care of it by now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, smelling nothing, he'll just turn to Dunbar and say, "Okay, buddy, I don't know where it is. You hit it too well." And he'll go over and he'll give pets and scritches to Dunbar.
So Piccolo goes into the bathroom and he washes with your bathwater out his diaper, and he dries his diaper and he puts his diaper back on and he puts his pants back on.
No.
Taylor's gonna duck
Seeing him
away
do this,
from.
Wayne will sort of
Oh,
nod and be
what-
like, "Hey, you're a dapper little dude."
What's Taylor gonna do?
Taylor's just gonna go to Robin and ask Robin if she smelled.
Robin, she smells very bad, as most Barovians do.
Robin is going to just look at Taylor and say, "Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but we come from a world where cleanliness is incredibly important, and it seems like Strahd values the same concept. So, yes, if you would, please take a bath."
All right, Taylor's gonna lean in really closely to Robin and say, "I need you to guard the door."
Robin will kind of narrow her eyes a little bit. She'll say, "Okay, why? But I mean, sure, but okay."
It's the buddy system, Robin.
Yes, the buddy system. And she'll look at Wayne like, you can't see her face, but how dare you eavesdrop?
You were having this conversation in the hallway. He just came out after having bathed. He's catching the tail end of this conversation and just like,
All right.
I thought eavesdropping.
So
Yeah.
after they are bathed, Lydia, Victor, and Irenia all look quite dapper, and they smell great.
Robin will guard the door.
Okay.
She's on it. The only people question mark she will let in are the weird servants, I guess. But she'll verify that that's okay to let them
Is that
in.
okay, Taylor, for the servants?
No,
to come in?
no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
nobody.
You wait until the servants get all the water in the tub, leave the towels, and then leave. Okay. All right.
Alright, in that case, Robin will not let anyone in.
Okay. All right. Time passes. While you're waiting, Helga arrives, and she says,
Oh, you're all awake? Oh, you smell and look so fresh. Is there anything I can do for you? Dinner will be in 2 hours and 40 minutes.
We were told we could peruse the guest wing. Does that include the floors above or below us?
Oh no. The castle is far too dangerous for you. Are you bored? Do you need something to entertain you?
Maybe something to help pass the time. Is there some books that could be fetched from the library?
Oh, books. Yes, I can have some books brought down for you, but you must treat them very, very carefully.
We will.
Do you want some games?
Yes, a variety would be nice.
Do you want entertainment? I can find the Piddlewick. You should be safe as long as you're not alone with him.
No, I believe that will be quite alright.
Can Wayne hear this
Oh, yeah,
conversation?
yeah.
Okay, he's gonna like close one of the doors.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't want like Blinsky to like hear Piddlewick and like come rushing out. Like, I want to see Piddlewick. He's gonna kind of move forward and say, Helga, may I ask you a question? This Piddlewick, this automaton, I'm guessing, this mechanical man. I'm guessing this mechanical man is security for the castle?
No. He is an automaton based on the original Piddlewick. The Master's Jester.
So, are they part machine and part man, then, if you're saying they're based off of Piddlewick?
No, they are just a machine. But
Okay.
it is through the study of Piddlewick that the Master was able to create the porcelain maids that helped me in the castle.
I see.
The Master loves to craft with the magics. And despite his dour reaction to the Piddlewick 2, he secretly, I think, thought it quite a marvel. Though, now that he's done with it, the Piddlewick just wanders the castle.
But you said that as long as we weren't alone with the Piddlewick, we would
Oh.
be safe.
He has a bad habit of murdering people.
I see.
He thinks it's very funny. I think it's a waste of food.
It's just my friend Blinsky is very taken with the Piddlewick, the idea of the Piddlewick.
Oh.
He wishes to study it.
Then I should definitely send the Piddlewick down to entertain you. If I can find him, he's always skulking about.
That is quite alright. We'll have the games
I just want to keep
entertain us.
I just want to keep Blinsky safe, is all. He has a thirst for knowledge, much like your master, but I feel that Blinsky lacks Strahd's wisdom in these matters. Blinsky has tunnel vision, if you will.
As you say. Well, I will be off. I will return as quickly as I can with some books and some games.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, Jason, I wasn't trying to bring that machine up. The more I know about it, the more I can maybe curb Blinsky's expectations. Keep us safer.
I understand. Though, Vinsui said something about having a gift for dinner. Any ideas?
Shit. We
I
didn't
don't know if you have
time to grab
anything left in
something.
your bags.
And I took both.
Good.
He like kind of leans in so you could smell him.
I'll smell him.
Smells like soap.
Better.
Do you think we each need a gift, or just a collective gift?
I think just something from all of us. Made it seem something from Earth would be more appealing.
Yeah, but what do you get a guy that seems to have everything, or at least access to everything?
We only had access of what was of the past, so maybe something current. I mean, Asher was from the 20s. These other brides, who know what age they came from.
Or plane of existence. Seems like people can kind of come from all over, like this Morden Kanan guy, the wizard. That doesn't make any sense to me. That he's not from Earth. I don't know. Kind of feel like a piece of technology almost, since Strahd likes to tinker and invent. But I mean, he's done more with, robotics than we've done, in modern day Earth, it seems. Maybe a cell phone, but I'd hate for someone to give up their cell phone. I'd give up mine, but mine's just a flip phone. I left it in the car before we got bamfed here.
I guess I could always offer the walkie-talkies. That would be more mechanical, or I hate to say it, one of the rifles.
I don't like it.
Well, let's see if Robin or Ann have anything left in that they've been lugging around.
I mean, the rifle is. I'm not saying no. It's one less tool in the toolbox,
Yeah, I understand.
Robin, I'm really sorry. I see your mouse moving, but like Taylor, it's like an hour, 80 minutes in here. You start to get a little worried, maybe, that they're falling asleep, maybe drowning in the bathtub.
If she gets worried, like I think she
Has
would
Taylor ever gotten to take a hot bath?
Only if that existed with where the patron was.
No.
Yeah, then maybe as a very, very, very young child several hundred years ago.
Man. Okay. Well, Helga does return after about 20 minutes with a lot of games that you guys have never seen before, and also checkers, chess, and parcheesi. They are carried invisibly next to her. Here's the character art of the creature carrying the board games.
Was it an unseen servant?
Yes, it's on Caesar.
Oh, I thought it was Invisible Bear.
I mean,
It's the Invisible Bear art from Skull and Shackles, but it works for Visible Servant too. So, all right, and then she does give you a couple of books. The one of them is Homeland, by R.A. Salvatore. And another one is the myths and legends of Barovia. And then another one is a book of riddles. Okay.
Are they Earth riddles or are they Barovian riddles? What kind of riddles are they?
Oh, that's a great question. They definitely are more of a medieval fantasy slant on the riddles. Good question though. And they're they're gothic horror themed medieval, so it's a lot of like vampire jokes and werewolf jokes and things like that. Like, what did the werewolf see when the other werewolf pulled down his pants? The full moon. Like stuff like that. Like, yeah. Like so some of them are pretty off color, and most of them are bad. None of them would win you a special ring against a cave goblin or anything like that. All right. They definitely seem like books that maybe she's not too concerned if something happens to them. Like if somebody asked you if they're staying at your house to borrow a book and you were like, you gave them like the 3, just coffee table books, like they're those kind of books. All right. She says, will there be anything else before I leave? The girls are already making up your beds and cleaning your bathrooms.
Oh, but I didn't put the towels on the floor, so they were gonna like not use the water for like 3 days. It's okay.
One of the more remarkable things that isn't remarkable to a 5th edition D&D character, but is remarkable to you guys, is these maids seem to have an almost supernatural ability to clean things very quickly and efficiently. Strange. All right. Well, Helga will sashay out. Okay.
Yeah, Robin at some point is just going to like
Start
knock on
knocking
the door. It's like, hey, you doing okay in there, Taylor?
Jesus Christ! Yeah.
Everything's fine. Just keep doing the guard duty.
Robin looks at the stake she has been sharpening, which, like, if she shaves any more off of it, she's just gonna like break it. So she has to find a new activity.
Irenia says, "Hey, what's the holdup in here? What's going on? Why are you standing in front of this door? It makes me want to see what's on the other side of it."
Taylor asked me to guard the door. She's doing a bath in there, and
They're doing a bath in there.
Yep.
Listen, I don't like bath as much as the next person, but I mean, how bad could it be? How do you think do you think they've never taken their clothes off before? Like maybe they're taking their clothes off for the first time and they're like, oh my goodness, because they're like, they don't know what they're working with, but like now they're seeing it for the first time, they're like, whoa!
I mean, your guess is literally as good as mine. But she asked for privacy. If I asked for privacy, I'd want it too. And
okay,
right?
I guess so. I'm a little nervous about dinner. I kind of want to ask the Dark Lord if it's true that my father was murdered, and if he says yes, then I'm probably going to have a complete emotional collapse.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe
because right now I'm trying to like keep myself ahead of those feelings, right? But like they're chasing me down, they're catching up pretty quick.
Yeah, no, that all makes sense. Why don't
I only cried in the bathtub like 5 times.
Yeah.
I can bring it up for you.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you let us bring it up and maybe
because if it was vampire and he is boss of all vampires, I feel like in a way
is kind of his fault, and then I'm gonna be really upset.
Look, it is totally natural, totally healthy even to be upset.
Mhm.
But what isn't healthy is doing something to get yourself killed. Those two things
Okay.
are very separate things, right? So
You don't think that cute blonde boy was like just trying to scare us with his like, oh, don't die at dinner.
No, I think he has seen a lot since he's been here.
I see.
Yeah. No. Feel your feelings. Please feel your feelings, but do it
Okay.
responsibly and don't like blow up at Strahd or try to do anything to him or that kind of thing. I'm not saying bottle it up. I'm saying if you're feeling strong feelings, maybe ask to be excused, maybe state things or whatever, but don't nothing accusatory. Use use me statements, not
Okay.
not accusing statements, but make it about
Uh,
how I am feeling, right? Like
yeah.
yeah.
My father used to, when Ismark and I would fight, he would say, "You should talk about the bug and the wish. Like, it really bugs me when you do this. I wish you would do this instead."
That's yes. See, that's a good way to honor your dad if something has happened to him, right? Like the best thing you can do. And like as she's saying this, Robin is like just as she said, like she's just kind of been like in that mode, and like she is suddenly starting to feel things at this point. And she's going to kind of like she's not even sure if she's finished her thought, but she's kind of just like going to end her sentence wherever she was, and is kind of going to get a little look on her face and kind of
Okay.
go a
Okay.
little distant.
Feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna say, well, Strahd, if your vampire killed my father, that really bugs me, and I wish that you were fucking dead because you are a horrible monster. I'm gonna need to practice this a bit before dinner.
Yes.
Try not to make the wishes about things you want bad to happen to him.
All right.
As she regains her composure a little bit.
Fair. All right.
So it has Anne's surgery, kind of finished up.
Oh
or
yes,
is it still
by now,
ongoing?
yeah, by now it would be complete. And Anne, it feels weird. You don't know exactly how he did this, but it seems that where he has sewn, when you flex, you can almost, maybe it's just a trick of your mind, but you can almost feel those fingers moving as if they were your fingers.
Just so that it's like I have a constantly numb hand.
Yeah.
Okay. All the little print needle things that are there.
Yes, needle pricks. Yep.
Okay.
And are you all set now with your new appendage?
It's like my hand's constantly asleep. I guess so.
Now,
Thanks,
as you're saying this,
Linsky.
you turn. Linsky is asleep on the couch.
She's gonna turn.
This maid puts a blankie over him.
Make sure he wakes up in 2 hours. She turns to the maids.
Maybe an hour and a half. He needs to bathe before dinner.
We
They
got
both
2 hours.
nod.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Wayne, you don't know why, but you notice that the bowl that had the sausages is gone, and you have a bad feeling.
Like bad food, bad feeling, or bad
A
feeling that
bad pet owner feeling.
shit.
All right. When you open the door, you see Piccolo and Dunbar, each the size of a beach ball. The empty sausage bowl on the floor. The two of them are laying on the bed, just staring up at the ceiling, in some kind of food coma.
Oh God.
The room smells of animal farts.
Wayne's gonna check on Dunbar.
His eyes are unfocused, but he seems happy. You realize now the danger of a dog having an animal friend with hands.
Wayne is going to try real hard because it's that, you know, your friend's kid, like you can't get mad at the friend's kid because your friend's not there, and
Right.
it's just like how do I deal with this? And does Dunbar feel like he's just like eating too much, or like we're gonna have be sick sort of situation?
Give me an animal handling or a medicine. Oh, it's hard to say. You're not sure if he's gonna be all right or not. He just looks so bloated with sausages. It's like it kind of looks like this. Like he's so big now.
Oh God!
But he's happy.
Well, Wynn's gonna take the fact that Dunbar seems to be happy as a positive-ish sign.
Okay.
And Wayne's gonna just like pinch the brow of his nose, just like, Piccolo, buddy, I feel bad for saying this, but if you and Dunbar are gonna hang out, maybe not eat all that food?
That does make you wonder if the animals are supposed to stay here, or if you are supposed to bring animals with you to dinner.
Well, we've got a little bit of time, so he's just gonna kind of wait it out and see how they're doing. But Wayne's gonna pick the bowl up and take it to the common room.
Okay.
And set it on a sideboard.
Fair enough. All right.
So I must ask you guys, all these small slice of life moments aside, getting bathed, getting rest, what are your final preparations before dinner?
I guess, Jason, do you remind us about the gift?
If we don't have anything else, I have something small I keep in my gem bag just to pass time. You might find that interesting. And I'll pull out a Rubik's Cube.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Is this a classic Rubik's Cube, or is this a big brain super Rubik's Cube?
No, just a classic.
Okay.
As
Beautiful.
it turns out, Strahd can solve it in like 3 seconds.
Probably.
He's one of those guys.
Oh my god. I would assume a high-level wizard would probably be able to solve a Rubik's Cube pretty fast, yeah. Yeah.
Failing
Taylor-
that, sorry, go ahead, Rin.
Taylor is hyperventilating, panicking, giving herself emotional speeches in the mirror, while she applies her makeup.
Okay. So you wear makeup even though you wear a mask?
Yeah, on all of her skin.
Okay, okay. Alright, fair enough.
That's why it's taking so long. Like,
Oh, right.
and when this door opens, Robin may notice the bathwater's like a little discolored. Like
Oh,
someone
okay.
dropped some clay or something in there.
Gotcha. Alright.
So, I mean, the Rubik's Cube seems like a solid gift if you're willing to part with it, Jason. I mean, Strahd's seems to be the sort that would appreciate that. Something we talked about was maybe giving up the walkies, but I feel like those are too useful a tool, kind of on par with like one of the rifles. Again, we could give that as a gift, but that then we're kind of hamstringing ourselves if we do that.
Oh, while you're having this conversation, Victor comes to the room and says, I have some concerns. One, I don't know if I should bring my mother to dinner. Two, I don't want Strahd to know that I have powers. Would it be better if maybe I just skipped dinner and stayed up here with my mother?
How much mental effort does it take? Are you going to have to perhaps charm her again at dinner?
No,
Keep
I
it
don't
going?
think that will be necessary, but I do think that if he is able to detect magical effects, he will see what is happening.
I mean, he'll see that your mom's under the, a magical effect, but not necessarily who did it. It'll raise more questions if you're not there.
Wayne, you could also look at it less likely to bring up Barovia, and it won't be on his mind, possibly. Or Vallaki.
So we don't talk about Vallaki. We don't talk about the cold shoulders that they were talking about? I feel like those were the vampires that were sent there. So we don't talk about them either.
As they're like talking like this, Ed's
Yeah.
gonna look at the two maids and say, "Can you leave us?"
They nod, and they head out of the room. Clank, 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 clank.
Per se, Victor's mom wasn't originally invited, so I don't think she's expected to show up to dinner.
Yeah, but if she were to, if the charm would wear off and Victor's not around, or to help her process, that would present other challenges.
Yes, I'm okay with Victor staying with his mother. If he feels that he should watch over her, he should be able to have that choice to him.
He looks at you with appreciation on his face.
So that won't seem like an affront.
Purple says, Purple could stay with Lady Petrovna. Purple, there's no need to go to dinner.
I don't know about you
Purple
guys.
is not scared of dinner, but Purple willing to not go to dinner.
From what everybody had told us about this guy is that if he invited you and you didn't show up, it would be like a affront to him. So keep that in mind.
When you say that, Victor looks concerned and says, and he did see me with you. Well, what am I saying? He watched the fight. He already knows that I know magic.
Yeah.
Then I might as well go. I will go. And I will bring my mother, because maybe... And he looks like guilty when he says this. Maybe that will help keep him in line.
Victor, he may have seen you use magic. He doesn't know that the full extent all your tricks.
We'll play it close to the vest tonight. Don't worry.
Okay.
And Purple, we know that you're not afraid of dinner because you are strong.
And clean. We have beef.
Yeah.
But it's better than rain.
Yes.
See?
All right.
Now,
Any last preparations?
if he likes to, I don't know if he likes to read, but I might have, like Anne's just like from the one of the first times in a while, Anne is kind of looks a little bit embarrassed,
Mm-hmm.
and she says, I might have a book that probably wasn't around when Escher was that might be interested to him, to know what
Okay.
vampires are like from where we are.
Oh no!
Wait, is it an Anne Rice novel?
Oh my god.
What,
Oh
what
no.
book is it,
Seriously,
Anne?
gonna give the Dark Lord an Anne Rice novel?
No,
Anne?
I think it's worse than that.
I think it's the Stephanie Meyer novel.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, more than one gift can't hurt.
Yeah, there you go.
So we're gonna give him an Anne Rice novel and a Rubik's Cube.
Whoa.
I like how
What
I like
book
how
is it?
David refuses to accept that you could be giving Twilight to Rod.
Wade has more. Feels that Anne has more. I don't know.
I will say
self-respect.
Anne's a 28-year-old woman who grew up with a 6 charisma. So
Oh, I mean, that is
What? That's a low blow.
So you must think that
Bella is like the coolest fucking chick in the world.
it makes sense how you bully people around with your short
Yeah.
lines.
You wanna talk about a woman who is incredibly beautiful but has a low charisma? That would be Bella Swan, absolutely. Yeah.
I think the real question is which volume is it?
Oh God, yeah. If you give
Are
him
you-
mid series, that's not a good gift.
no, it's the first one.
Okay. All right.
I'll use my second to last modern day token for it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so after all that time, Taylor will come out, she'll see you sitting on the ground, Robin, and she'll just kind of, thank you for staying.
Oh yeah. Is everything okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Deception check.
On the bright side, your dark vision, like Robin would not be able to see the state of the bathtub.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
Robin, she's doing great. It's never been better.
Lied to my friends today.
All right.
We don't know that.
Yes, but I know it.
Okay. So as you two head into the hallway, you see Leo chatting up Lydia Petrovna, and she is tittering and blushing, and he's really laying it on thick.
As we walk out the door, Robin's gonna really quietly say to Taylor, "Hey, I think Arinya is feeling really rough tonight. So just she's really worried about stuff with her dad and what she might say to Strahd. So if you can just kind of help me keep an eye on her, that would be awesome."
No problem. I'll go talk to her and cheer her up.
Great. Yeah. So she has no idea that you are struggling as well.
As you approach Taylor, you hear Irina say,
It really bugs me that you let my home village fall into such poverty and despair that everyone was killing themselves. And I wish
What-
you
what the-
would burn in the sunlight for. Oh, hey Taylor. I'm just practicing my diplomacy for tonight. Got a couple things I need to cover with the old Dark Lord, you know.
What are you going to say to him?
I am not sure. I'm worried now about getting killed at dinner after the cute blonde boy said the people die at dinner, so now I'm a little nervous about saying the wrong thing.
Oh, and you don't want to offend him. He won't just kill you. He'll kill everyone you love.
Well, I'm running out of people that I love, so I mean,
Oh. Well, I find it's best, to just say nothing.
no. Can you keep a secret?
Sure not.
I'm actually not very good at that.
Oh. So what you do?
Sometimes I think I might talk too much.
So what you can do is you can wear a mask, and then no one can
Mm.
see your face and know what you're thinking.
I think it might be too, like, sudden for me to start wearing a mask around.
I guess you could just focus on eating, just so you can't
Just
talk if
eat
you're
a
eating.
lot the whole time, just
Stuff in my
Yes.
face.
okay.
Yes.
Alright, that sounds like a good plan. What could go wrong?
And if you want to say something you know you shouldn't,
Hmm,
just don't.
Just eat more food.
Yes, just eat.
Perfect plan. Okay, that's what I will do.
And try to
And
sit
that's
next
how
to me.
Irina's eating disorder began.
Oh man, I'm trying to help.
Why?
All right.
Why?
I mean, eating disorder or hiding your identity and emotions and feelings from everybody. You know, take your pick.
Irene says, why were you in the bathroom so long? Were you crying in the bathtub?
Can I tell you a secret?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's a good place to cry. I never realized, like, well, you know, we have bath at my house. Well, we sold it, but before we got rid of bath, it was pretty nice. But then we have
Right.
wooden tub, and you just wash yourself real quick with the powdered soap. It kind of burns your skin a little bit. All of this was very fancy.
That was my first bath.
Oh,
It was nice.
are you in the rain club?
They nod solemnly. Rain not that bad.
I'm
It rains a lot.
surprised Anne wasn't in the bathroom for like 2 hours. There's a lot of lady to wash. There would be like 3 of them porcelain maids. Oh, hey, Anne!
There was one less leg and one less hand to wash.
Well, that makes me feel very awkward about it.
And Taylor gives you a look that you can't really tell, like, bitch, why the fuck you eavesdropping?
What? That...
Alright, there is 1 hour till dinner, it looks like.
Wayne
I
would
can
make
accelerate
sure
time
Blinsky
if you
gets
want.
woken up to
Okay.
so he can bathe.
Alright, fair enough.
If he fights me on it, I will remind him that if he wants to be in the Dark Lord's graces, he needs to be clean.
Me and him made a deal.
Alright.
Me and Blinsky made a deal. He can work. He can do his thing on my hand for if he takes a bath.
Alright, he wakes up and he goes and he takes a bath. Alright, seems like everybody's gonna be good to go.
Wayne would take. Has Wayne picked up on Irania's like skittishness about dinner?
Yeah, I guess how loud was she talking in the hallway right there?
I mean, it's Irene, it's so fucking loud.
Okay.
Alright.
Wayne would take her aside then, from the others, and would want a private word.
Okay. Alright. Here, I'm gonna put on the pre-dinner music, because the castle music's starting to really take me out. Alright.
Wait, were you pulling Irenia's side?
Yeah,
Or me? Okay.
Irania.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
She says, yes, Wayne?
I know you have some very strong feelings about.
What? No. Wayne.
I know you have some very strong feelings towards the Dark Lord as far as your father.
Oh, that's what this is about.
Yes,
Okay.
and I agree with you that Doro needs to be brought to justice. I would like to help you with that, and perhaps we can get the Dark Lord's blessing if we're in our best behavior. I know it's not who you really want to go after, but let's one thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Okay.
We can make the case if it presents itself
Gotcha.
that that we are conducting justice.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps he will give us a pass on that.
Mm.
But we can only make our case if he doesn't feel threatened or bothered by us.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like, I can sit next to you at dinner and help you manage how you're feeling. Otherwise, I trust you that you're an adult and you can look after yourself. But that's why I wanted to get the holy water when we were in Vallaki. I kind of feel that we owe you. And I want to help you track down Dorulin and bring him to justice.
Understood. I got it.
Alright. You good?
I am good.
Wayne will try and do his best to insight.
Okay. She'll do her best to deceive you.
I'm sure she will deceive me successfully.
All right. Her 8 deception was 8 better than your 0 insight.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
She says, "Good talk, champ. Good talk." All right. I just
She's
want
walking
everyone
out.
to know we didn't make out there. There was nothing sexy going on.
What the hell? A champ? Oh, my brother?
Leo looks relieved. There's still hope for him.
Leo whispers to you, Jason. I didn't have any doubts. I wasn't worried.
Of course not.
I mean, Miss Petrovna is looking pretty good. I'm just saying. You know, I mean, with Mr. Burgermaster maybe on the way out.
Leo.
What? I'm just here to comfort her in a time of need. I mean,
That's low, even for you.
Jason, look at this woman. This is a world without breast implants. That's pretty remarkable.
I can see your interest.
All right.
Wayne's gonna make sure he doesn't have anything offensive on him, like the holy water's put away, no weapons
All
on
right.
this
You're
person.
not wearing a shirt that's like 68. You do me, I'll owe you one. Like you don't have any. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
He's making sure he's appropriately dressed. He's not bringing
Okay.
any weapons.
All right.
He will bring his loot, and he's gonna check on the animals before they, before we're ready to go. Do they seem to be doing better? Are they out of the food coma?
They are
worse?
snuggled in bed in their food coma. When you open the door, the kitten rushes in and it sleeps on top of the 2 of them. It just nestles in there.
Wayne's initial reaction to all this is, "Oh, they're so cute. I'd hate to ruin it." And then he thinks to himself, "Oh, they're so cute. Some vampire could come along and ruin it."
I mean, that's just life.
Yeah, but he's been directly threatened. So he is going to gently pick up Piccolo and put him on his shoulder. And he's going to kind of cradle Dunbar and the kitten.
Okay.
So he's got animals piled on him, the loot slung across his back, and he's just kind of wandering out of the room.
You're bringing
Like
your
that.
guitar and 3 pets to dinner.
Yes.
Okay. In case you're wondering where the music's coming from, there's 4 porcelain maids in this staircase foyer playing jazz. That's where the music's coming from. They're trying to get you in the mood for dinner.
When the piano was going, I was like, "Is that Anne's hand?"
Yeah.
I guess
That'd be a dope effect when you pop your knuckles. It just makes piano sound. Where you ball up your hand in a fist.
Yeah.
It just goes like
my intimidation, put my hand in my fist thing. It just makes makes the piano noise.
I'm kind of into it. And when you punch
Alright.
someone real hard, it sounds like somebody's slamming all the keys on a piano.
All right. Well, that's a canon now.
All right, fantastic.
Does everybody remember like the I don't know what it was, but like the Bugs Bunny cartoon, but if he was playing on a piano that was rigged with TNT, where he's like totally playing the wrong note. That's in my head for like when she's cracking her knuckles.
All right.
I guess as we're like heading towards dinner, I'm gonna tell Irenia that from what Escher told us is that many of the brides are going to be there, probably in Estraza. So remember what she wanted to do. So just be careful. If you want, you could, sit next to me and if anything happens, I don't know, use my hand or something like that.
Yep. Taylor gets into Irenia's like eyesight, and she does like she's like holding an imaginary bowl and eating.
Okay. Blinsky says, "We're bringing all the puppies and kitties to dinner."
Yeah, are we bringing all the animals to dinner? Why?
I'm not letting Dunbar out of my sight. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Dark Lord has a thing about, animals are not to be harmed. And I thought he might enjoy the company. I'm sure they will all be well behaved.
Hope so.
He knows this will not be the case, but he's just like, he's being adamant about this point of view.
I thought there were barely any pets in Barovia.
In Vallaki, they got a shitload of dogs. And there are a lot of cats. So they do have pets. In the village of Barovia, they ate all their pets because they were starving to death.
Got it.
But Vallaki doing great. So not anymore, but they were doing great.
We don't know that. They might be still,
Right. They're doing so good. Oh my god, so good.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine.
All is
Everything
well.
will be fine.
Everything is awesome.
All will be well in Vallaki.
Yeah, that's fine. Star's just giving him the cold shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh god, too soon.
All right. Let's see. I gotta get some.
Yeah, look at all these little soap bubbles on everybody.
Everyone's so clean.
Let's see. All right. Let me
It just
change the
smells like a
music up
Yankee
here.
candle in the hallway now.
That could have been the last bath of the campaign.
Now,
That probably will
And
be the
that
last
doesn't
time.
I
mean
guess
that doesn't mean it ends today or it ends in
I guess
40 weeks.
I will ask: is anybody making sure they don't like leaving their weapons inside their rooms and everything like that?
Oh yeah, I gotta ask. Is anyone not bringing their weapons? I guess if you're not bringing your weapons, you can add the status effect to show like a broken sword to show that you're not bringing.
I don't think we should bring any silver to battle axes to dinner.
Yeah, I think Robin would ask like what the from the people who live here, not in the castle but who live in Barovia, like what the
Protocol
if
would
if there's protocol or not.
Oh, Irenia says, well, generally you can bring your weapons with you because it's a dangerous place. But like for dinner, you might leave it with your like coat, your coat and jacket or boots or whatever. If you took your boots off. But it's hard to like sit at the table with like your weapons, especially if you have big weapon. But like
Robin-
you could leave it by like the door when you come in, like sit it by the door.
Robin will leave her weapons in their rooms,
Damn.
but
Alright.
she will take the sharpened stake with her.
Mm.
She can kind of maybe hide it in a sock or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Crash.
Wait. How many people are leaving their weapons?
Wayne's
Oh
got
wow,
some
that
bar.
many.
At
That
least
was
3
the question?
people.
How is there like a set of drawers or like what's the furniture situation in the room that Wayne is in?
Each room is somewhat different, but there is either a footlocker or a dresser in each room.
Can the drawers of the dresser like be pulled fully out, or are they designed like they can't
Yes,
be removed?
they could be pulled fully out.
Okay. Wayne will make it a point to hide his weapons
Okay.
before leaving.
All right.
Like rifle, like not under the mattress, but if like he can wedge it like in the I don't know how the sleeping technology is at this point in time, but like in the box spring, like like hidden out of the way. So if you were like just flipping the mattress, it wouldn't be like just right under the mattress.
Okay.
And then like the pistols are like hidden behind drawers. Not like in the drawer, but like behind it, so you'd have to know what you're looking for.
I'm
Is
aware.
Is it apparent that is it like obvious to the group that you're hiding the weapons, Wayne?
Well, no, I did this before grabbing the animals and coming out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Taylor will leave her scythe since everyone else
Okay.
is leaving their weapons,
Fair.
but she will keep the dagger.
All right. Okay. So Helga arrives to lead you down to dinner. As she does, you can hear organ music as you're coming down the stairs. It's growing louder and louder as you get closer to the dining room. All right.
She is going to open the doors to the dining room. Let's see. Oh, she starts to make small talk. She says, "Oh, I am hoping you still have appetite."
Yeah.
I believe we all heeded your advice and didn't gorge
Yeah.
ourselves, although I can't say the same for these two. And Wayne will gesture to Piccolo and Dunbar.
I see you're bringing your puppy and monkey and kitty to dinner. Miss Popovsky will be very pleased.
I hope that's acceptable.
Of course.
I mean, if it's not, you can tell me. I don't want you to humor me, Helga.
No, she says they can play with the mistress's puppies.
There might be a bit of a size difference there.
They are well trained, don't worry. Ah, here we are.
And she throws open the doors to the dining room with her supernatural strength. And
3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with
a fine white satin cloth. The table is set with beautiful china, crystal, and silverware. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. At the center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. Sensing you approach, they stop playing. And as the deep silence falls over the dining hall, the figure turns to face you.
Is he standing in such a way like he's expecting applause, or just
no, he
greeting us?
spun around on his little piano chair to kind of look at you guys. It's very like Austin Powers when he's like, "I didn't see you there," kind of thing. Like he kind of turns and like, he's so surprised that you're in the room with him. Can't believe you caught him playing music. That's incredible. How could you have snuck up on him while he was playing music? It feels like that. And then he says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was consumed by my art. Please, take a seat at the table. Asher and Volenta will be joining us shortly. And Cyrus will be bringing out the first course. Elga, my dear." And when he says that, it looks like she's going to melt into a puddle. "You have done well, my dear. It is good to see all of our guests have survived the day." She says, "Of course, mister. I told them not to wander and they listened." He says, "Perhaps you deserve a special reward later." And she titters and says, "If it pleases you." And she kind of titters out of the room. Now, despite the illustration of there only being 6 chairs, this table is very long and there's plenty of chairs. On the combat map, it shows many, many, many chairs. Not that you'd need a combat
Why
map.
would there be? Why would there be
There's
that?
there shouldn't be a combat.
Well, in Benio's maps, he just has all the angles covered. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we've only been told like half a dozen times that people die there, which suggests, someone pops off at the mouth and then violence ensues.
So,
yeah, Taylor will do like a very respectful bow before she
Mhm.
like takes her chair.
Yeah, and as Robin comes in, she will and once Strahd is done addressing, she's going to say, thank you for your invitation for dinner. We're very excited to be here and able to join you. The music was beautiful.
You are too kind. It is a mere pastime. In my life, before I was a soldier, I had the opportunity to indulge in such frivolities. I often find comfort returning to the arts. Before my life was changed to focus on the art of war. Music, dance, painting, all of it captured my imagination and my heart. Alas, even immortality, it is hard to find the time to pursue all of the passions that life can offer. All right, so then you hear, is someone say passion? And you see Escher come into the room, and he says, "Oh, it is going to be a tight fit at the table. Oh my goodness." He will take a place at the other head of the table. You see 2 hellhounds come into the room, and they go settle down in adorable little beds that they have over here. And then following them into the room, you see, not wearing her mask, Volenta Popovsky. And she approaches, and she looks to you, Wayne, and she says, "Your puppies don't need to stay at the table. They can go and join the mine." And then Asher looks at you, and then Strahd looks at you, and then Dunbar looks at you.
I'll let
And-
Dunbar make a decision for himself.
Dunbar looks over at these two fucking hellhounds.
And he's like, he curls up under your chair.
He doesn't go over and like sniff their butts.
You know?
Would you go over there if that dog's butt if you were a dog?
No.
Look,
If
I'm
you were a
just
200-pound
saying.
beagle, would you fuck around with that 100-pound hellhound?
If
I'm
there were
just saying.
two
My
bearded devils in the
mid
room, would you
tried to
go
fight
give
a
him a high?
Rottweiler one
Yeah.
time.
Good thing Dunbar's
Like-
not Chihuahua.
Yeah. All right.
Hey
So,
man, you want to mess around to find out? Let's go, vato.
all right. Let's see. Everybody comes in and finds a seat at the table.
Wayne will reach under his chair and give Dunbar, don't worry, scritches.
Okay. All right. I think I have some dinner music for this. Hold on.
Wait, is Serena sitting down between Purple and Escher? Oh god.
Apparently, yeah, she hesitated too much getting a seat at the table. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's the dinner. Nope, that's not the right one. Okay. Dining with the Fatal Vampire extended mix. Nice. All right.
Here's a 10-hour version? Okay.
Well, it's a 3-hour version, but.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So as you guys settle in, we are technically at time, right as you sit down for dinner. Oh, damn. All right. That's probably a good place to start or stop, like right before you really dig in to what's about to happen.
Into the meat of the situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We dig in.
It looks like the Last Supper here, like vampire, Gothic horror edition. Guys all sitting around the table. It's nice. Whew. Okay. So we will stop with you guys sitting down with Strahd for dinner. You've survived a night in the castle. But can you survive, or sorry, a day in the castle, but can you survive dinner? That's what we'll find out next week. All right. I will point out that the castle is a cornucopia of MacGuffins and milestones and mini milestones. So just keep that in mind. Okay. All right, quick announcements. No vodcast tomorrow night unless Dom's gonna have a vodcast without me and have like a guest or something. But I'm not gonna be able to participate because I'm getting oral surgery and I'm gonna be in a lot of pain / on painkillers. And I want to rest my delicate little mouth.
I'll be lost
but-
in Final Fantasy 16, so it's okay.
Fair enough. It's so good. So then let's see. Saturday morning we got second to last session of Red Hand of Doom. Things are happening fast now, boy. It's good stuff. Then we've got some Celeste tomorrow night. We've got Curse of Strahd Daybreak. They're heading to a little place called Yester Hill. They also decided to leave the town of Vallaki to its own devices. They made sure to get their asses kicked before they did. They had a much different encounter with the Cold Shoulders than you guys did. And then Sunday night, Mythic Odyssey, they're heading to the Isle of Gold. Pretty excited about that. And then Monday, we'll keep working on prep for Outlaws of Alkenstar. Tuesday night, Cyberpunk Red with Dom, and Pathfinder Abomination Vaults with Ashwin. Wednesday, we're going to play some more Dragon's Dogma with my speed mods, my encumbrance mods, and my carry capacity. Yeah, that's right. Carry capacity mods and speed mods. We were blazing through the game, Sonic Adventure fast, which is good because apparently Baldur's Gate 3 is being released much earlier than anticipated. I want to start up a playthrough of that on Wednesdays. So Thursday we'll be back here. So, does anybody have any announcements before we adjourn?
We won't be playing Celeste on Saturday. I have a wedding to go to. I just
What?
you
Oh my
literally
gosh.
just made me draw the connection. I can play Sunday or Monday or Tuesday.
Ugh, disgusting. All right.
Wait, did you just now remember you like, oh shit, I got a wedding to go to?
No, I know I've known I had the wedding,
Uh-huh.
but it just finally the connection bridged. Cause Crash was like, "We're playing Celeste tomorrow," and I'm like, "We're not playing tomorrow. We're playing Saturday." And then I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, never mind. Guess I'm playing more Final Fantasy 16. Hell yeah. I don't
Your
think
wife will be
anybody's.
happy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna complain about that, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Leah's playing it also, so I think we're gonna be fine with that. All right, so someday we'll finish playing Celeste. Wink. All right, any other announcements before we adjourn? To Remy's friend getting married, thank you. I actually didn't want to play Celeste. I wanted to play more Final Fantasy 16. So,
I'll tell him.
all right, thanks. I blessed their union because they gave me some more time to play Final Fantasy 16. All right, any other announcements before we adjourn? All right.
Nope.
Congrats. This is a pretty big part of pretty important part of the campaign. So
It feels like it.
yeah, you are the second group to come to dinner. You're the second group to come to dinner. Classic group, they were just like, who's in charge? Strahd, that's his name. We're going to his house. And they just walked right up. Just walked right up. They're like, let's go. We're going to dinner. Yep. So they went here at level 2 or 3, something like that. Like pretty much right out the gate, they were like, yeah. And they lived, so it's possible. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes, because again, Castle Ravenloft, a pretty major location in the campaign. So I'm curious to see what you guys decide to do and how you guys handle this. All right. I will say to Remy that your experience in Scales of War when you went to visit the Queen of Winter.
I told everybody that story last week.
Okay. I was like, that's a pretty good example of stories that I've read on Reddit about this particular part of the adventure. It's just like, oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and enjoys all the amazing games. We're in like a game renaissance right now. So many fucking good video games out right now. It's crazy. So I hope everybody's enjoying them, finding people to play them with, and yeah. All right. I'm gonna go to sleep so I can go get oral surgery in the morning. Yeah, I'm not nervous.
Good luck.
Great.
Just
Thanks.
think how much better your mouth will feel afterwards when it's all said and done.
You know, a few days
Oh
afterwards.
damn! Can I make that my Tinder profile? That sounds pretty good. So.
Oh, no. All right. Bye, stream. Bye.